Hey everyone, Brian from 3 Geeky Dads here. Before we begin tonight's episode, I just want everyone to know that we are now sponsored by Audible. As an IT professional for a school department, I find myself behind the wheel of my car traveling between schools almost all day long, and that's where Audible comes in. Right now, I'm enjoying listening to Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, read by Stephen Fry. It's so enjoyable to hear this hilarious audiobook read by a proper British comic actor. And that's just scratching the surface. Audible is the leading provider of spoken word content, with everything from bestsellers, celebrity memoirs, and news to podcasts. Yes, if you're into podcasts, and you're listening to us right now, so we can assume you do, Audible has got you covered. Just go to www.audibletrial.com/3GD to get your free 30-day trial today. That's www.audibletrial.com/3GD to get your free 30-day trial. You'll get 1 credit, 2 credits if you're already an Amazon Prime member. That's good for any premium selection titles you like, and they're yours to keep. You also get the Audible Plus catalog of podcasts, audiobooks, guided wellness, and Audible originals. Listen all you want. No credits needed. Again, that's www.audibletrial.com/3GD. $14.95 a month after your 30-day trial. Cancel at any time. Audible. Stay informed, connected, and inspired. And now, on with the show.
Warning, incoming dad joke. Warning, incoming dad joke.
Hey guys, you want to start a new podcast with me?
Okay.
We'll argue about our cheese opinions. All right.
I like cheese, yeah.
All right. We can call it K-So.
And I'm out.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
It was like a pink nightmare.
Christmas as in Yule log. Not a log. I don't have a log. But it's...
All that I have, all that I've learned, everything I feel, all this and more, I bequeath you, my son.
Your father was Frankenstein, and your mother was the Lightning.
My name's the dog, Indiana. I am your father.
Hello and welcome to another thrilling episode of 3 Geeky Dads, the show that's been hounding the podcast waves for 5 years, and still the authorities haven't been able to find us and shut us down. Not that anyone listens, but if they did, believe me, they would. Yeah, they would hate us. I am Mark, and with me as always are the Billy and Bob to my Thornton.
Derek.
Brian.
And clinging to us like a vial of Angelina Jolie's blood, our own vial of awesomeness that says F you to math, and the title of our show, Tito.
I'm holding a microphone in my hand.
Yes, we know, and you're very excited
court.
about that. Yeah,
Believe that.
you do. And also joining us, much to his chagrin by this point, I'm sure, is friend of the show and faithful listener, a man we have had on as a guest many times, and we love him, Dean Kaluzdian.
What am I doing here?
Why you have
You're auditioning to be the fifth.
I'm here to throw off the title entirely. You've ruined the 3. Now I'm going to ruin the dad.
That's right.
Oh, there you go.
Oh yeah, 4 dads and an uncle. How is everybody doing? It has been a while.
It has been a while.
Between sicknesses and
And
it has
holidays
been-
and-
oh God, it's nice that we were able to get together though.
It was.
And good to see you all again.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true.
Same.
We haven't been all together since the day after Thanksgiving.
No, we haven't, and a lot has happened. Very quickly before we continue, I want to give a shout out to Harley Bean and their performance in The Room, the RKO Army production of The Room.
Down in downtown Providence.
Yeah,
We all went.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Black Box Theater. Yeah,
It was
fun.
phenomenal.
So good.
It was a lot of fun. Harley and the crew, congratulations! You all did a tremendous job.
Yeah, it was a lot of laughs.
Thank you for inviting us.
Awesome show.
We hope we can get you on the show sometime, Harley. We would love to have you.
Yep.
So, with that said, tonight the dads are celebrating 5 years of podcast perfunctory with a look back at our first episode.
It's a big word.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And thank you. I've been waiting to use it in a sentence for years.
For 5 years.
Now. 5 years.
He's saving it up.
5 years.
Wait until you see what he has in store for the 6th.
Oh,
I don't know that word. Did you use it the right way?
what, perfunctory?
Yeah.
I got it from an X-Files episode, so yes, I'm sure I did.
He had to pull a Peter Griffin and call a...
Pedantic. It's
Mike, you know that's a nice perfunctory you have.
Where's that green perfunctory?
You keep saying that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
Perfunctory, I believe, stale, manufactured, cheap.
Podcast.
Pre-functory?
Cheap. Yeah,
Oh.
I believe.
Okay.
Dean, you're smart. You have glasses.
That is
Open.
Is that like when you're like turtling? Pre-functory?
I can't take you seriously with this mic. You look
Look,
like
be a lady tonight.
your own nightclub act going on over here.
Why did I put the camera away?
Oh, this is.
I love that he's entirely doing visual
Look how
jokes
happy
on a
he is.
podcast.
Tito, who doesn't get the medium yet.
This is the happiest I have seen him on this show. Good. This is the
See,
time
I'm just here to translate the reference. He's holding the mic. Like
I'm pretending
crooner.
that this is a fucking
a Sprite can.
Jack and
You
Coke
gotta,
or something.
you gotta tell them what it is.
Like Dean
Martin over here.
You're
Yeah.
Dean Martin with a Sprite.
Dean Kaluzian, Dean Martin.
Same.
Dean and Tito, the unofficial dads. In another 10 years, we'll have
No,
like
I
9
have, my
dads
kids
on
are
this
real.
show.
You've met my kids. They're real people.
They are real.
I have real kids. I'm a dad.
I was letting you forget them for one night,
Listen,
man.
my wife made me a dad 15 years
I
ago.
was
Legitimately.
continuing the fantasy for you, Tito.
Legitimately.
No, they haunt my nightmares. They can't. There's no way.
But in this room, you're a nightclub singer.
That's
That's right.
There you go.
and
Sneak
you
away
have
every
no
Wednesday night
kids.
and live your dream.
We will. So what are we doing tonight? We will be listening along and providing commentary on this historical moment and see just how much the show has changed. Oh, okay. So I didn't read the whole
Yeah,
thing
no, you
because I
didn't.
was
You
interrupted.
skipped.
Strike that. Reverse it.
I skipped tonight because of the perfunctory thing. I try to add an educational word in, and you just throw me off.
We are not a
All
teaching
of you.
podcast.
No,
Mark.
I guess not. Well, I figured 5 years we should be a little educational, but I guess not. So tonight, the dads will be looking back at we're going to be looking back at our very first episode. Mm-hmm. We are going to play it, and we are going to be listening along and providing commentary to it. We're going to listen to this historical moment and see just how much the show has changed, grown, shrunk,
Significant shrinkage.
and then grown again. But before we hop into our DeLorean, fire up our TARDIS, and flux up our flux capacitor, our own way back of whacked out waffle irons, Brian is cooking up a yummy appetizer to start us off.
Let's go eat, huh?
Damn, that might be the best one yet.
Do you think all this just...
waffle
it's
one.
hard. You know, this is not easy to come up with all that,
Yeah,
Tito.
it's
I feel like you're doing an interview
Hard
with
damn
me.
work.
I
It
feel
is goddamn work
Hard damn
making
work.
something this pretty look like a chump. That's from the Breakfast Club.
That's it.
Molly Ringwald
Hey,
said
for
that.
2 months. 2 months.
take us away
For
Brian.
2 months.
We gonna
Snipes.
sizzle.
I go back to the way you like it, Billy. I'm sorry. It's actually White Man Can't Jump. I don't know if you know that, Dean.
I wasn't paying attention.
I didn't think
I
so.
still
but
haven't seen it, so I didn't get it.
You've
either.
never
But
seen
it was
White
very
Man
humorous,
Can't
whatever
Jump?
you guys were
Never
doing.
seen
It was
You've
fun.
never seen it.
You have to see that
I
movie.
still haven't seen it.
What a
Wow.
jerk. You're a jerk.
I am.
No, not really. Brian, what do we got?
All right. 5 years, 4 guys, 3 geeky dads, too much fun, 1 amazing ride. We've been at this podcast game since November of 2008. At the time, we thought, hey, why not do something we have no experience doing in a medium that, even before the pandemic, was very oversaturated? Anyway, you've been listening to us regularly. We certainly hope you have anyway, and thank you. But like you, we don't only listen to our own show. We have other shows that we enjoy as well. Anyway, without further ado, and in no particular order, here they are, our picks for some of our favorite podcasts.
Who wants to start?
It's been a while. Why don't we let Dean?
Oh, I
right.
like the
Guest of
3
honor.
geeky dads.
Good. Good.
You can stay, Dean.
Ooh, pay no
What am I
attention
gonna
to the
pick
gun we
now?
have to your head. But
So the podcast that I've listened to every episode of is the James Bonding podcast.
Oh,
I've
never even heard of it.
It's fantastic. It's Matt Gorley and Matt Myra. Matt Gorley is on another podcast called With Gorley and Rust, in which they talk about Friday the 13th movies, and they talk about, they get other comedians on to talk about, like, they do almost commentary on the James Bond movies. Like, they give run through them,
adding
and
it right now.
they've worked their way through all of the movies at least once, and then they do other episodes that they go through, like, okay, top 5 gadgets, and they do sweeps on all the
Top 5 henchmen.
Yeah, top 5 henchmen.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So it's really good, and they're very fun in the way they talk about it, and they always say, like, we love it, we're not experts, So it really is. And after you listen to it, you're like, I want to go watch that one again, and a really fun show for all you James Bond fans.
I just
Nice.
added it.
Cool.
I'm psyched.
You just made Derek's
Nice.
night.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Excellent.
Who's next? Me?
go. Yeah, you.
Me? All right. So I got 2. Brian, you turned me on to this one. It's Michael Rosenbaum's Inside of You. It's one of the best interview podcasts. He has everybody on this show.
He really
I
does.
love his interview style, if you will.
It's very relaxed.
It is so mellow,
Yeah.
and the guests are so great. I never realized how awesome Gates McFadden actually is.
Yeah.
Until
Yeah.
I heard her on
Yeah,
this
she
interview.
was on like 2-3 months ago.
She is super
Yeah.
cool.
She was really cool.
I didn't have anything against her, but I was like, oh, she's Dr. Crusher and
Yeah, yeah.
did dance work for the Labyrinth. But she is super cool. And the other one is the Movie Crypt with Adam Green and Joe Lynch, who 2 filmmakers I love and admire. They are super awesome, and their podcast is excellent for all things horror. They are great. They do roundtable discussions now. They've been throwing that into the mix on, issues that are going on in the world. But generally, it's talking to horror filmmakers, writers, actors, that sort of thing. And of course, all the podcasts of people that I know. And they're all going to get mentioned throughout this episode. You know who you are, but I couldn't possibly pick and choose because they're all great. It's all the people we love: Entertainment Rants, Catch Your Shine Box, 2 Geeks and Mike, all of them. So.
Yeah.
So I'm just counting the people I have not met yet as of now.
All right.
Okay.
I don't listen to them as much as I used to.
But when you did,
When I like we talk a lot about the Batman ones. I like the story ones, the ones that get acted out, like the radio kind of show. But when I first started getting into podcasts, there were a few that I loved. One of them was The Hilarious World of Depression. It was American Public Media. It's hosted by what's his name? John Moe, and he has like comedian guests that come on, and it's like they just talk about life and about dealing with mental health stuff, and it's just like for someone who has that type of stuff going on sometimes, and also like it's a very fine line that in the world of comedy where there's a lot of famous comedians are known to have some pretty bad depression, and comedy is kind of what they use to deal with it. So it's a really cool one on American Public Media that they do. And the WTF with Mark Maron podcast.
Oh, that's a good one. I've heard that one.
Mark Maron's awesome.
I do like him.
I love him on that wrestling show on Netflix, Glow. He is the guy that runs it.
He wrote
But
Back to the Future.
That one is like my favorite interview one. He's had some awesome guests. He's had a bunch of repeat guests too that are on a lot, and it's a blast to listen to. He's a really cool guy, so I enjoy those ones.
His one with Quentin Tarantino is great. If
Yeah.
you haven't heard it yet, it's fantastic.
Cool.
It's a shame because a lot of podcasts, unlike ours, the longer they go, the kind of they tend to change, and I kind of lose my interest. Like the murder one, the girl with the girls.
Girl murder?
No,
Murder
My
Girl.
favorite murder.
Yeah.
Like I loved that in the beginning, and after a while though, it changed and it evolved into something that I just didn't enjoy anymore. And same thing like with Film Spotting, which was a movie podcast, which I loved, but like the guys that host it kind of turned into like pretentious assholes.
Yeah.
So thankfully for our listeners, we have remained the same
Pretentious assholes from the beginning.
Exactly.
That-
Yes.
Bingo.
Right.
We're not evolving. We're devolving.
Good thing I didn't wear my Eraserhead shirt tonight. I figured that I would have felt more targeted if that was the case. In fact, I might. No. Okay.
No, you're not.
All right, good.
So for me, you just mentioned true crime. I like small town murder as opposed to my favorite murder, Jimmy Wisman and James Petrogallo. Two comedians. They spend sometimes up to 3 hours dissecting this case per week, and they put their comedic spin on everything. I love it because they're funny. But what they do, and they mentioned this at the top of the show, is they go out of the way not to make fun of the victims or the victims' families, but everything else is fair game.
Right.
like from the bumbling cops to the idiot people that are thinking they're going to get away with this crime.
Yeah.
They just it's a free for all, and it's funny and serious stuff too at the same time. Those two guys also do a series of shows. They also do one called Crime and Sports, Tito. Where they take like a sports figure that did something stupid. Yeah.
I've never heard of such a thing in my life.
Yeah.
Name one.
Sports guys are our heroes.
Exactly.
They don't do anything stupid.
Exactly. And they just came out with a new one called Your Stupid Opinions. Because at the top of the small town murder, they spent about a half an hour like talking about the town that this happened in. They set the scene. And at the end of it, they do like Yelp reviews of people who review the town. And some of them they spend like too much time on, but they're funny. And so it spun off into this whole thing called Your Stupid Opinions, where they just take like reviews from all over the internet, from like Amazon reviews to Yelp reviews to restaurant things to businesses, local businesses and stuff like that. And it's funny. That one's only been out for about 6 weeks or so. It's hilarious. Check it out. Again, Mark, Inside of You, I still listen to on a semi-regular basis. Depending on who it's on, sometimes I'll skip it. But for the most part, I give it a listen, at least a little bit. And How Did This Get Made? I still love that one.
I do like that one, too.
Yeah, with Paul Scheer and Jason Matsukas.
Yep.
And I forget the girl that's on with them.
Doesn't matter.
He hates women.
They came to Rhode Island.
They did, just recently,
Yeah,
But
and
apparently
way overpriced.
she's dating Paul, or
I think so, yeah.
she's in a relationship
Yeah.
with him, so yeah.
Yeah, Wicked. Like the tickets were astronomical. Like otherwise, I would have totally loved to go.
Oh,
Yeah,
bullshit.
I know.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're not that great.
What's astronomical?
It was like
Like more than a Corey Feldman concert?
I knew this was coming.
So more than $5?
I knew it.
slightly more. Yeah.
I had no idea it'd be so much. I won't pay it.
So like $7?
He's not even charging anymore.
They didn't pay us to go.
I think he's dancing in my driveway right now.
Yes, he was moonwalking in your driveway.
He's moonwalking past the house again.
He was.
It's just Corey setting off the alarm.
Trying to sell solar panels.
Looking for his cocaine.
At night.
Moon panels.
Let me tell you that as someone who listens to you guy, I'm actually thrilled to be here for a live representation of the Corey Feldman joke. I'm very excited right now. I got to see this in person.
I can't tell if he's kidding.
It's the birth of funny.
It is great.
Dean is an actor. Remember this, folks. He's a very good actor.
I believe it. I see it in his eyes. He's happy to be here.
He's not faking.
No,
That's real.
Look at that glimmer of hope.
Glimmer of hope. Like hope this podcast gets better.
Corey Feldman bit is one of my favorites.
All right.
Do the Feldman. Do the Feldman bit for me, guys.
Long time listener, first time caller.
That's it. I'm putting Feldman in this.
Does Corey Feldman have a voice? Does he do a voice?
He does. He sounds like this.
Does he really?
Yeah.
He sings.
Oh, that's so sad.
He sings.
What, Feldman?
He's a singer.
How do you know? No one's ever seen him sing.
No, I see clips all the time.
No one's ever seen
he
him
did
sing.
that one.
Don't lie.
Yeah.
Mr. Corey Feldman, ladies and gentlemen. Corey!
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start the show off tonight a bit differently than usual.
Annie, are you okay?
It's not pretty.
Are you okay, Annie?
Dude, he's a fucking...
He's Donatello in Ninja Turtles 1.
Yeah.
He's a what?
He's a national treasure.
Did you say he's a gem or a gentleman?
He's a gem.
He's a gem.
Gentleman, I don't know about that.
I don't think he's a gentleman.
I don't know about that.
I get he's a gem. I'll go with gem, not gentleman.
All right, Tito, what are your favorites?
Oh, yeah, we still have Tito. Tito, what do you got?
You know what? It's funny because I listen to like a bunch of sad shit all the time, which is kind of weird because I like to be happy.
Never know.
But so I love hip hop. I love the genre. I love the culture. I listen to, and I have been for a really, really long time. But it's one of those shows that after a while I was like, oh, it got too big, and now I don't like it as much. Drink Champs. And so it's essentially a rapper, Nori, who was, I guess he's big now because he has a podcast that's pretty big, was part of a group and knows all of these people. So he gets them on his show. They get hammered and they tell really fun stories about the 90s, which is my favorite, era of rap music.
Nori is in Noriega?
Yeah, from
right.
CNN.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So he
Okay,
gets, all these great Fat Joe, all these people to come on. They get drunk. They tell all these fun stories.
Are you impressed that I knew that?
No,
not at all.
No, I know you would know.
I thought they would add to my street cred.
Well, you said it, but you're wearing a fucking Griswold's, hockey jersey, so that takes over. They're like they're battling forces. Their forces are battling each other
and getting this information.
Grizz doesn't have any street cred.
No, everybody loves Buzz. Yeah, everybody loves whatever that movie's called. I can't. I'm holding a microphone. I can't even focus. And then I think I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago as one of my geek flags, but like what had happened is like one of my favorites. Again, it's hip hop. I like listening to things that tell me about things that I love.
Yep.
And this is essentially telling me about every album these people have made, what it took to make them, what samples they may have used in certain songs. That just fucking blows my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one is I think this might be the best podcast I've ever heard. Is Midnight Miracles, Dave Chappelle's podcast. But they release like an episode every 5 years. So it's kind of a bummer, but it is.
So he's
like
the Rob Liefeld of podcasting.
It's so funny and so interesting and really just well put together. You can tell he's got tons of money, so he makes a good podcast. But
nice.
Yeah. And sad shit.
Dean, did you have any more?
I already went.
Oh, we started with Dean. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Say another one. Say two more.
He likes the Three Geeky Dads.
Love San Dimas.
Dean's looking to see if Corey Feldman now has a podcast.
Hey, Mikey. You ever think about Splinter's Head?
It's called Is That Your Cocaine or Is That Mine?
Yeah.
That's the name of the podcast.
I taught Michael everything he knows.
Whose cocaine is that? The Corey Feldman podcast.
I used to
My
listen
cocaine
to,
is under the mic.
My name's Michael Caine.
I go along with what Derek said because a lot of podcasts I'll listen to, and then they do I used to listen to Fat Man on Batman,
Me too.
which
Yep.
I really enjoyed.
Yeah.
But then they stopped talking about Batman,
Right.
and I stopped enjoying it. And
Who is that? Is that Kevin
Arkham-
Smith?
Kevin Smith, and Mark
who's the-
Bernardin.
Yeah, and the Arkham sessions. I really liked the
I
Arkham
never
sessions
listened
in
to
the
that
beginning. So she's like an actual psychotherapist. And,
Oh yeah, you talked about
I
that.
remember you talking
and
about
the
this.
early episodes are strictly it's all about Batman and about the characters and like kind of psychoanalyzing all the characters, like how you would if they were really existed, which was super cool. But then it was like they wanted to keep it going, but ran out of people to talk about, so they just started talking about like others. They brought other things into it. And
I gotcha.
became more
so
than
it's not.
Yeah.
you know,
How many times can you say Batman fucked this person up?
Yeah.
It's Batman's fault.
Yeah. And there's only so many Batman villains. You can't go on about Zebra Man, really. At some point.
Condiment King.
Condiment King. Kite Man. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Calendar Man.
Oh, that's a deep dive right there.
What, Kite Man or
Yeah.
Calendar Man?
No, like I mean, the session would be a deep dive.
Oh, that would be a very deep dive.
Pun intended?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
there you
Pun,
go.
pun totally intended.
Yeah. Perfunctory.
I actually used to listen to Camille Nanjiani.
Who?
Love that guy.
Nanjiani used to do. He used to do a video game podcast, and then he started to do an X-Files podcast.
Oh, nice.
And then he became famous on his own
Yeah.
and stopped doing his podcast
Right.
because he got to. It was funny because he was.
That's what we're hoping
He was a
happens to us.
nobody.
Oh, yeah.
when he
Yeah,
did
that-
the
that
podcast.
is-
One
Dude.
day.
Yeah, someday
Yeah,
we'll be famous.
someday we're gonna
You
sell
guys
out.
will be in the next Marvel's Eternals movie.
Oh, I hope not that one.
No,
Of all the Marvel movies, you had to pick Eternal.
I'm all right with that. That's okay.
I'm shooting for the Marvels too.
I'd be in an Eternals movie. Fuck it. Whatever.
I'm
As long
waiting
as
for
I get
all.
my microphone.
I'm waiting
the
for
big
all
guy
the.
that eats the planet.
I'm waiting for all the DC stuff in 2025. I think by then I can be famous, and then maybe James Gunn will be like, "Oh, let's get that guy. He's freaky."
Hold my boom mic.
We like the way Tito holds a mic.
And I would. Oh my boy. I feel like you're about ready to introduce like Cliff Robertson or Don Rickles or somebody like any
Next
second.
up on the mic.
You guys were talking earlier about
Stuff.
The ceiling. You're pointing up.
God damn it! My mind just went blank. The Kids in the Hall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tito's the gay guy.
He's Buddy. He's Buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
Scott Thompson.
Yeah, Scott Thompson.
Unconsciously.
Yeah, you're the gay
subconsciously,
bartender sitting on the stool
I
with a
love
microphone.
that guy.
You need the martini.
There was the baseball one. I love the softball one. When he's sitting in the...
Or Les Nessman doing the turkey giveaway.
Oh yeah.
That's Nessman.
He's gonna look it up.
WKRP.
Okay.
That was before my time. I think.
Oh,
Was that
really?
that was the guy from Head of the Class, right?
No, that's Howard Hessman.
Howard Hessman.
Les
Howard
Nessman is the character.
Yeah.
Howard Hessman is the actor for Johnny Fever.
Oh, okay. Wasn't that the guy from Head of the Class?
Yeah, Howard Hessman was the guy from Head of the Class. But
Yeah.
Les Nessman is a character that's not played by the guy from Head of the Class.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God, it's become an Abbott and Costello routine.
Third base.
Who dropped turkeys first?
Dirty.
Dirty?
Drop turkeys first. That just sounded weird. Oh, those are our appetizers.
Stop
Come on
it.
here, I gotta go drop some
Good.
turkey.
Oh, I remember this guy.
Oh, you all right?
No, he's thinking about. Yeah,
It's the same fucking cough I've had for the last month, man. I
Thinking
can't
about
shake it.
turkey.
we got to stop being funny.
That's it.
You can't make them laugh.
Don't make me laugh.
Don't be
get him
funny.
wet.
Oh my.
No, you can get me wet.
Oh boy. Yeah, I
walking.
see Dean and
As long as it's before.
Hey, Al.
All right. Speaking of wet, let's get to the main course.
Here's dinners in the oven.
The main
The
course.
main course.
Almost there.
Wow.
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 5 years, folks. 5 years of doing Three Geeky Dads.
Phrasing?
Hard to believe that 5 years ago the world was without our raves and rants, drink till it's goods, versus episodes, skits, commentaries, and overall heavenly voices. Who knew that 5 years ago we would have seen such amazing things, such as the Marvel Universe, the Star Wars Universe, the Snyder Cut, a female Doctor Who, the rise and fall of the DC app, the rise and fall of the Willow series, the importance of Alligator, the need to love John Leguizamo, the addition of Tito, and the converting of Derek to Brie Larson and Rob Pattinson as the Batman. We also met Dean, too. Hi, Dean. How are you? 5 years has brought us new friends like Mike and Steve and Megan from Two Geeks and a Mic, Marco, Larry, Bruno, and Mila of Entertainment Rants, Tristan and Chris Ham of Get Your Shine Box, Raph Morin, the Geek Dad. And through 5 years, we've had such amazing guests, such as Dean. Hi again, Dean, who's with us tonight, obviously.
Oh, is that who that is?
That's who that is. Dean.
That's his creepy
The other
behind
Your
you.
Dean?
Dino.
Oh, I've heard so much about you.
He was like, I thought I was Dean. I'm the one holding the
I have the
mic.
mic. I want to be Dean. We also had guests
Who's that guy
including...
sitting in my chair?
Hey, if I wasn't here, you wouldn't be holding the mic.
That's right.
Right.
I owe you a debt of gratitude,
That's your
sir.
new thing. We also have had such great guests as Dan Bacon, Josh Hurst, Paul Beck, Tyler Beck, Josh Dahlen, Aaron Leidecker, my wife Sarah, Jason Pritchard, Scott Johnson, Ian Silva, David Werner. And if we've missed anyone, Josh Gravel. If I forget him, I'm going to be a dead man. And if we know a lot of Joshes. And if we've missed anyone, well, that's because you owe us money. Yes, 5 years of podcasting geek goodness with no sign of stopping until one of us is assassinated all stems from that very first episode, the one that started it all. Our tribute to Stan Lee. So tonight, the dads are going to take a look back at their very first episode as we, along with you, constant listener, are hopping back on that nostalgic wave to episode 1. The episode that started it all, and for better or worse, more worse really, introduced the world to the Three Geeky Dads and Tito.
Fuck you.
Thank you, David Caruso. Caruso.
Smooth motherfucker. He's smooth.
He's not smooth.
Yeah, he is. He's
No,
always
he's
looking
not.
down and away at things.
That's because he's dumb.
He's smooth. I've heard that he waxes, so he's smooth.
Oh no, they's doing gay jokes without me.
Waxes warm.
Man, where did you hear this from, Derek?
A little birdie.
Some back alley.
What's her name from Jade?
What's her name from Jade?
Yeah, what's her name?
Dogma.
Linda Fiorentino.
Linda Fiorentino?
Fiorentino.
Oh, she oozes. She oozes sex appeal, that woman. It's amazing.
There is a name I have not heard.
Love Linda.
I feel I sense it.
It's a great disturbance.
It always bums me out that they didn't bring her back for the other fucking Men in Black movies.
Because they didn't. Nobody liked her. She was very hard to work with.
That's what they say about all women in fucking Hollywood.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
why
Every time somebody disappears,
That's why
she's
Sarah's been
difficult
the
to
only
work
female
with.
guest we've had.
the fuck is Linda Fiorentino? That sexy beast. We got to get her down here. I heard she lives in Lincoln.
Friend of the show.
Can we get her over?
She lives in Lincoln?
I made that up.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I totally bought it.
I'm holding the mic. I can say things now. I can say what I want.
She lives across the street from you, Mark. You never seen her mowing her lawn?
Oh, that was her?
That's her.
Oh.
She's the one smoking a cigarette mowing her lawn.
No kidding. That's
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
You know, from far away, she looks like a skinny white guy with a man bun,
That's,
but okay.
That's her. She's always chasing the turkeys away.
No, that's my wife. She hates when I tell this story. She gets mad at me, but I'm like, first time meeting Mike and Tito, the cat got out and the turkeys attacked it, so my wife runs out going after the cat, and she's like in her pajamas, and you could almost hear the ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da music. Get the cat! The turkeys are attacking! I'm like, for my first impression of my new friends,
I do remember
Tito
that,
and Mike.
when the cat had beef with the
She's
turkeys.
gonna kill me for
So
telling
how are we
this.
doing this? Like when
We're just
We're
going
just gonna
right
start
into
it. Whenever you guys are ready.
Oh, we were ready. I thought you were having. Yeah,
No,
let's
no,
do it.
We're good?
Yeah.
Let's hit it up.
Yep, I found it again.
All
I
right.
lost it, but I found it. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
But Derek
And
sounded
this was
different
filmed
back then.
on a fucking boat in the perfect storm. Oh, here we
that's
go.
right. We had the dramatic
look
music.
at the look at this.
I remember this.
Remember this old intro?
Wow.
I when I put that one together, I started
Ladies
with like
and gentlemen,
tuning
boys and girls,
tuning a
geeks
radio
of
station.
all
That's what the
ages.
static was. And then
You
land
are
on us.
listening to the Three Geek Dads podcast.
Geek dads.
Dead.
Yeah, before we were geeky.
What a bunch of pricks.
Brian sounds like a magician ready to
Hey
perform.
everyone, before we begin, we just
Look at that
want to say
asshole.
from all us dads who never lost the geek in us that we owe much of our love of comics and superheroes to Stan Lee, a prolific writer who...
Prolific.
This is hilarious.
Wow, you
how
did use
often
back-
we
I used
shit
to
on
back
Stan
then,
Lee on
too.
this show.
Who shits on Stan Lee?
Everybody on the show shits on Stan Lee.
In a
Well, that's
good
because
way.
he's dead now.
He's dead.
in the shadows.
He had
and
just
monsters
died. We showed
to be
respect.
loved.
Yeah.
Right.
Stan Lee passed away at age 95.
Oh, listen to this.
This is heartfelt.
And while he is no longer with us, the
Hear that?
universe he helped
Yeah,
shape...
you're gonna-
Music in this?
Yeah,
Did- I
the
didn't put music in this. Did you put music?
It's the unsolved mysteries.
Soundtrack from Cyborg in the background is playing. It's awesome.
Oh shit! I gotta have.
We
this
need
music.
more. We need more of whatever's happening in the background.
I could
Welcome
put, I
to
could
Three
put
Geek
background
Dads,
music
the
through our whole
podcast
show
where the
now
geeks
if you
are
guys want it.
older,
Oh, look at this.
wiser,
Listen, look at the
1,000 times less mature than their children.
Here's
I'm
the
Mark
first
McCrena,
intro.
I'm Derek Reynard.
And I'm Brian Ramsey.
And welcome to
Wow,
this
we were using our
episode.
full
This is
names
the
back then.
Nickelodeon Kids
The
News.
man referred to to be the godfather of
With Gary
comics.
Gnu.
Now, I know you two, Brian Ramsey especially, is a huge Marvel fan.
Absolutely.
And
That has not
so
changed.
I
Nope.
think there is no one better to lead us off. in
Despite
this.
our efforts.
What can we say that
I know,
has
right?
already been said about Stan? I mean, the man was a legend. Not only with his comic books, but I mean, look at the universe he's created for us that's still living on and like,
Was I
20
slurring?
movies on?
You were drunk
Well,
already.
yeah. We drank a lot
We
more.
drank a lot more.
did.
Yeah.
Prolific. He was just the imagination of this guy.
This guy, he's a
guy.
great guy.
He was old. He wrote things.
What a guy.
The man was 95.
Right,
You know.
We also.
Yeah, he's had health
what was it,
concerns and
about a pneumonia or something last
Yeah.
summer,
What?
spring, something like that. I mean,
and he lost his wife like a year or so.
this
ago.
Derek.
Sounds so
No, it
young.
comes in from the
Basically,
side.
Stan Lee
Oh, I know.
I'm
Yeah.
hearing. Yeah.
I've been
We
reading.
were
Marvel
using
comics
one
since
mic
I
back
was
then. I think we
Yeah.
were just using the one mic.
8
You're
years
right.
old. You know,
So,
started with Iron Man and Ghost Rider. My cousin Jim had gotten me into those as a kid, and I never looked back.
You've never brought Jim up again, Brian.
I just came
5
to
years.
This guy stole his comic books.
And technically, you did.
Just
You did look
universe he
back.
created.
I did.
You're looking back
We're
on that.
we're looking
What a
now.
memory.
It's staggering. It's staggering. The man
Don't
was
look
a
back in
legend,
anger.
and, he will be missed. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, until I started like really looking it up.
I did not do a lot of editing back then.
No.
I did not. There's going to be a lot of ums
No,
and
we had
stammering.
no idea what we were doing.
No.
We still don't.
Kirby,
Yeah.
and Rico and
You're going to listen to this, and you guys are going to realize I really do make you guys
it was
sound good
staggering.
now.
You do.
Oh, I know. I know.
I mean,
I never doubted that for a second.
He's always had cameos in these movies, and
He always talks like that.
I sound like a
such a
totally
driving
different
force in
guy.
Marvel comics in general, but I mean, the list is definitely long. X-Men, one of my favorites.
Oh,
Yeah,
genius.
that's a long list for sure.
Almost
All of it. X-Men, the whole
supporting
thing.
characters and main characters of the Daredevil world and the Spider-Man world.
Yeah.
You know those worlds.
Those worlds.
New York City.
Most of the Avengers, other
City
than
full of life.
Captain America
Everybody's got a
himself,
story,
but,
Mark.
you know, it's
So alive, this city.
huge loss, but he has definitely left a lasting legacy that, you know, I
He
think
sure has.
It's true.
I
He
think
has.
no one will
We're still
ever
talking about
See,
it.
now this is exactly why I have notes now. Why I usually
Stand out
put
in
together
history.
what I want to say.
Before we did research.
Yes.
Very well said. And
Very well said.
Yeah.
What a
Great job, Derek.
bullshitter. Good job, Derek. This was a great idea inviting you on.
Yeah.
I have no regrets.
Brian, mute his mic.
Put Steve Ditko and Jack Kirby through. I mean, you know.
The enormity of their stupidity is just overwhelming.
I mean, you know.
Crap, we already named
Had
it
his
3
moments in
Geeky
it.
Dads. We're stuck
But I
with
mean,
him now.
It's the business world, you know. Really, who doesn't? Do I think he's as big an asshole as Bob Kane? No.
No,
absolutely
he isn't.
No,
He
no one's
isn't.
as big of an asshole.
No one
as
is
Bob
big.
Kane.
No.
That,
No, he had his
was he
he had a reputation, but
Yeah.
not like Bob. I still stand by that.
When
Yeah.
it came to the fans, when
Was
it
he
came to the
difficult to work
comics
with?
themselves, the media, he really.
I like how he looked, the way that he looked at you when he said that.
I'll
As
tell,
if to say,
I'll tell you who's difficult to work with.
You get the hell out! It wasn't just kid stuff. And,
Mark, you sound like you're 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
well, I think the one mic with the echo.
No, I finally hit puberty. That
was the
that's
day.
what happened.
Yeah.
It took a little longer.
He brought superheroes into a reality amongst everyday.
Oh my God! Shut up! Jesus Christ! Get to the point.
Well, and it should be noted
always
that
against
this,
censorship
we've said it
and-
before,
and
this
stood
isn't
up
our
to
first
the comic
episode.
book code. I
No,
remember-
this is
Our
officially,
original
no.
first episode.
Not officially.
Well, I guess it would be our official first episode, our unofficial first episode.
But the first one we sat down
Yeah.
to record and got
Yeah.
together and did was
And it was like, yeah, right. It was
What was
thrown
that
in the
movie?
pages of
Hellfest.
Hellfest.
Hellfest and
Hellfest.
Hellfest and Doritos.
Yep.
Should we revisit Hellfest?
That's it.
we
all
can
went to-
revisit Hellfest.
This
Yeah.
to be
We went to go
done
see
from
Hellfest.
probably no more
I
than
used to have a
that.
couch
In
over
the
here.
early
We're
70s. I
against
think
this
the
wall,
government was pushing
and we all
for,
sat on that couch
for
and
comics
had
because,
Derek's one mic in
you know,
front of us.
it
We
was
ate
obviously
Doritos
very
through the whole thing,
youth-oriented.
and it sounded like
The,
absolute shit.
you know,
Not thinking anything of it.
message.
Yeah.
We didn't know.
Hey, let's snack and talk at the same time. That's what we do anyway.
Well, and that's a big part of the characters he created is the message that they send and the lessons that they teach. I mean, you think of it was interesting. Reading about how his characters evolved. Not so much goofy, but
God, I hate my
definitely
voice.
not
I really do.
as serious
Everybody hates their
and-
voice when they hear it.
Didn't have the same.
Oh,
lessons.
after you said everybody hates your voice.
No, everybody hates their voice.
No,
You know what's funny?
They're both true statements.
A moment ago,
Everybody hates your voice. Everybody hates their voice.
You
a
think
moment
after
ago,
5 years you'd
Derek
be
was
used to it by now.
mouthing without speaking, but he was
deeper
speaking
and
in the
more
podcast
serious.
at the same time, and it looked like he was out of sync.
Like a Shaw Brothers movie.
Not so much hidden, but a big one is.
This is a very meta,
the X-Men,
mind-bending
Very.
experience right here.
Magneto.
I'm glad I'm not drinking
to
tonight.
Malcolm X.
True.
Kinda wish I was now.
Martin Luther King.
It's not too
Martin
late.
Luther King.
Oh, Derek, don't talk about black people.
Oh,
Yeah, that
I
is-
like that. It's true though.
Are
That's
you
what he
sure it was
did.
Martin Luther King, Derek? Are you sure? You sure it wasn't fucking
Malcolm X. It was Malcolm X.
That's right.
That was Morgan Freeman, Derek.
It was from the first episode.
They absolutely were.
Down.
It was black and white.
Nowhere to go but up.
And even
Now,
I
Tito,
got on it was a soapbox. I was on a soapbox, Dean, and it just
then all of a sudden, it
all just comes out.
You've got Tony Stark with his drinking problem.
so Tito, you were just a
Spider-Man,
listener. Did you
were
listen
trying
to this
fit
first
in,
episode?
I had to.
You did, right? Like, did you like jump in later and said, "I'm not going back"?
He
I'm
wants to
just.
make money. He wants to impress a girl.
I work with this asshole.
I don't remember what the first. I didn't start from the beginning.
Yeah.
Stop a robbery.
I picked the first thing that I saw that I was familiar with.
Oh, okay.
It might have been like.
Was it Batman and Robin?
It might have been like the Back to the Future one you guys did.
Oh, with
that's
Aaron
with
and
Sarah.
Sarah.
I might have
yeah.
listened to that first and then listened and then went back and because then I remember you did like
was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Batman villains. You did like a
Yeah.
Batman villains episode.
Yeah.
I remember listening to that.
Oh, like Geeks of Gotham.
Yeah.
Cover of the page was,
You know.
Yeah.
That was an early one.
Very
It's like,
profound.
yeah, for sure.
It was really funny. You could tell if you could hear them speak and you got into a room with a bunch of Marvel superheroes, you could tell them apart.
I do sound like Patton Oswalt.
DC.
If Patton Oswalt and Master Shake fucked and had a baby, that would be me.
Patton Shake.
Patton Shake.
The same kind of gimmick.
Oh, the same kind of gimmick.
Oh, is that how you? Yeah, you think so?
Goes to show you, it was a real stepping stone.
Yeah.
No, everybody does.
Turning point, and that's
Master Shake.
No, not your voice, but
I
the
always joke, and I always
Marvel characters all being so different, but the DC characters.
Oh, I've always felt
all
that.
kind of.
Yeah,
feeling
no. I've
feeling
never.
the same.
I haven't changed my opinion on that. I don't think.
Because I started off with
You prefer DC.
I prefer it, but as I'm saying now.
Listen to the podcast, Tito. He's saying.
I'm trying to multitask.
But bottom line was,
Look, I'm holding a mic
my
here.
second favorite superhero is Spider-Man.
I feel like I'm having like a mental break, right? Like I got my hand here, I'm holding the microphone. Like I'm just gonna like really just like, guys, I've had a drug problem for the last This is gonna be my last show.
We're next month. Next month we're coming up on your
I'm checking into
anniversary.
rehab.
Tito, we've been waiting for that sentence for the last 2 years.
I'm checking into rehab, guys. It's all.
Yeah,
You know?
we always knew.
We were like, you're addicted to gummies. Get the fuck out of here, you loser.
We were one episode away of doing an intervention.
What are you, a 15-year-old girl?
I had a lot of ladies, but I spend my nights on rooftops.
Did you say THC?
No. What bullshit did I say?
Well, we're already trailing off.
It doesn't
So
take long,
this
does it?
is before appetizers, main course.
Yeah, the show was evolving.
Yeah.
And
this is almost unlistenable.
Oh,
it totally is.
We just
I don't
did
wanna listen to this. No, I'm kidding.
We just did the anniversary show with the Two Geeks and a Microphone.
Yeah.
And they're up to 200 episodes already after like 2.5 years. We're at 5 years and we've got only 227.
How the fuck do they have that many episodes?
Because they do it like every week, and
sometimes they do it twice a week. And when we started for like the first 2 years, we were only doing it every other week.
Right.
Yeah, it was every other
Like
Wednesday.
if you scroll through,
like
Spotify or whatever, all the platforms that we
All
used
the
to list
platforms
off.
we're on.
Oh yes, Ghana.
Ghana,
Yeah. I'm still paying for that one.
Yeah.
I forgot to cancel that subscription.
Did you get Rhea too? Did you get Ghana and the
I got
Rhea?
it all.
All right.
I had to. I was in India and needed to listen to it.
Deal.
Bangladesh, and I had to hear the show, so I had to get Ghana and fucking Deezer.
Dean, when did you first start listening to us? Was it when we met?
Was it when we told you to?
Literally what I was about to say.
What else?
See, I don't remember whether I listened to your other podcast first, the Serial podcast.
Oh, when Tito and I and Aaron did
the Monster
It was like a specific. It was either like Halloween 3 or something that you were like, oh, you should listen to this.
Oh, I think it was Halloween 3.
And then I listened to that,
Yeah.
and then. Was it when I was going to become a guest that I might have like researched more episodes before I came on? And,
Smart.
So I don't remember. And then it was when my dad was sick. You guys were listen. I'd have to drive down to my parents' house all the time. And it was I was like hanging with my friends, and occasionally you guys would bring me up, and it was like I was hanging out.
There you go.
It was a nice, because I listen to a lot of news podcasts, which aren't always the most uplifting.
No,
things.
not at all.
And
Same.
so it was kind of I'm getting to hang out with friends. So.
Sad shit. Yeah. You said Martin Luther King again.
You're still on Martin Luther King.
Yeah, you won't stop saying his name.
Where are we
When
with
will
this?
I learn?
Make a villain.
A villain?
What?
No,
You
no,
calling
not
Martin Luther King a villain?
No, he's not. No.
He's, more of an anti-hero in a lot of stories.
It's like the Magneto, Professor X.
make you
that-
feel
Yeah, Derek, you got to clean this one.
I know,
up.
right?
Jesus, the faults and the it
Put your
always
thoughts
struck
together,
a
Derek.
chord.
Jesus.
And I think that's amazing. It was,
I remember I met you guys at Comedy Connection.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was the first time I met you guys. I went to go see Aaron. And
I
you were like,
always
these are
loved
the
you,
guys that
but-
do the podcast with. And I was like, I want to be on your podcast. And Mark was like, have you ever listened to it? And I was like, no, I haven't. But now I know you have one, so I'm going to listen to it.
And I know she's not a Stan guy, but Emma Frost. I always.
Oh, I like Emma Frost too.
Frost, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, the Hellfire.
She oozes.
Yeah, she
Sex
uses
appeal
all
like
kinds of
nobody.
Magneto, really.
Right through the
She's one of my
page.
favorite
Yeah.
characters. The Hulk.
That's true. She's a baddie.
Mainly because I can.
The Hulk. Oh, we're talking about our favorite.
Oh, that's right. Our favorite Marvel
Our favorite Marvel characters.
You don't want to see me angry. You wouldn't like it.
You guys are lucky. You've never seen me angry.
I've seen you angry.
You haven't. Huh?
Yeah, I have.
Surprisingly, one of my other favorite ones, and I think it's
All
just
right.
because I.
You wouldn't like me when I'm pissy.
You would not like me when I'm pissy.
Russia as the bad guy, but Black Widow.
Oh, Black Widow. You didn't like the movie though.
Those stories and the Red Room and.
Oh, you know.
This is
I
before
didn't
the
remember
movie.
that movie.
So this is
Yeah, this
before
was 2 years before the movie.
all of this stuff, right? Like
I
when.
didn't
So
hate
what
it.
was out?
Because Infinity War, I don't think had come out.
We hadn't even seen.
No, this was before Infinity War
right?
because this was
Yeah.
2018 and that didn't come out until
Right, because I saw that with Tito.
I was on we did an episode. Or you guys, I called in. Oh no, maybe it was the
you called in
Snyder
for the
cut.
Snyder cut.
But
It's hard to narrow things down.
but that movie had already come out, right? Because Snyder cut came out after Infinity War,
Yes.
right? And we saw that movie together.
Mm-hmm. You invited me. I felt like part of the crew.
Was that me, you, Mike,
me,
and
Mike, and Steve.
And Steve, right?
And I was walking out, and you were like, "Mark, come see Infinity War with us." I'm like, "Oh, these guys think I'm cool." Okay.
I don't think they said that.
No, we definitely didn't.
No, that's what I thought.
We definitely
We
didn't.
accidentally bought an extra ticket. We didn't want to go to waste.
Give it to that shithead.
And then I convinced Mark to come see Bad Boys 3.
I remember that.
I was like, Mark, we're going to see Bad Boys 3. You're going to love it.
No, and
Let's
I did.
go.
And I did. Steve and Mike did not, and I did.
Oh,
I
no, those
defended you
scumbags
on
didn't like it.
I
Yeah.
defended you.
I mean that with all of the
And
joy
then
in my
you
heart.
and then you turned around and hated on Rawhead and Alligator.
That's a bad movie. Rawhead Rex is a bad.
I love Clive Barker, and Rawhead Rex
It's
is a
terrible.
terrible movie.
It
You know what? I like
But
Lord
it's
of
so
Illusions.
much fun.
I always like that movie.
I have the soundtrack.
Do I talk about Rawhead on this?
You've never seen the movie.
In this episode?
In this episode,
I don't
probably
think
no.
so.
No
I don't know.
Rawhead.
Rawhead
is
Rex?
mentioned.
You're asking me to remember something from 5 years ago.
Good
dude.
point.
I don't remember last week.
But where are we now? It's
Plus, I think when we started, there was a lot more comics because there was a lot more comic stuff going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
We didn't really dive into horror until
no.
a little while.
Oh, you guys did do a lot more comic
Yeah.
book stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like nostalgic, like movies that we grew up with, like
Yeah.
80s movies.
Jubilee.
Iceman.
Iceman.
Yeah, that's like
Bob
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Right?
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
Spiderman.
All right, so mine.
Superman?
Oh, mine. Here we go. I'm the important one.
Oh, let me mute this.
Well,
I'm old.
Spider-Man is my favorite.
Spit it out.
He will always be my favorite.
He's the greatest of all time.
This is my favorite Marvel character. Yeah.
And they were just the best comic books to read. And
They were. You're right, Mark.
Were they though?
Yeah, Mark from the
You're
past
right, Mark
is
of
right.
the past.
Yes, past Mark.
He had an awesome.
Do you like Spider-Man? Yes, have some.
Have some.
Where am I going with this? Spider-Man, I had an awesome Rogues Gallery.
Yes,
Rogues
awesome.
Gallery.
So he did wear black.
Well, actually,
Actually, his Rogues Gallery.
Spider-Man did wear black.
He does have.
Which
Johnny
I
Cash.
was a fan of that costume.
Yeah.
And-
Oh, the black
and kinda
costume,
like
I
how
was.
They kept him in it for a while, and then they actually had him in another one. It wasn't Venom's suit or
But it was
symbiote,
black.
excuse me.
Symbiote.
But he was like, oh, I kind of.
You guys don't sound sure about anything you're saying.
No,
right now.
probably because we weren't.
Black, maybe.
Black suit.
Symbiote, possibly.
And like I said, I didn't edit anything, so I couldn't stitch things together to make it sound a little better. We still don't know what we're talking about, Tito, but I just make it sound like
That
you.
flows. It just fucking flows.
But him and Daredevil shared a lot of
Things.
My favorite, like Brian, like recording moment is like, guys, can you get your lips to stop smacking so much when you talk? It's like, damn.
There was one day it was like bugging the ever-loving shit out of me. I'm like, that's all I could hear. I don't know why I was focusing on that. All I'm hearing is,
But I guess that
like
falls
every
into
time
Kingpin.
somebody went to
Spider-Man
say a
followed
thought,
Everybody's villains.
It was a dry day.
it must have been.
Yeah.
No, but once you said it, then I could hear it all the time.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, I'm smacking my lips again. Fucking savage.
Let's listen to Brian, because I haven't heard Brian talk.
Iron Man, I think it was 149
That's me now.
and 150 or 150 and 151.
Talking about Iron Man.
Iron Man and Doctor Doom get
My
sucked
boy.
back in time to.
Oh, you talked about this on
I
another
talk about this
episode.
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
You do.
Those two comics, 150 and 151, are my
Doctor
favorite.
Doom gets
They're
under
my
the
jam.
side of Morgana Le Fay and raises an army of the dead to attack Camelot, which Iron Man now has to defend. It was awesome.
I gotta tell you, everybody goes for the villain. I mean, the villain run, the Venom run for villain all the time. But Doctor Doom has always been one of my favorite villains.
Mine too. Mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I like Doc Ock.
What is it?
Yeah, Doc Ock.
Yeah. Iron Man 150 and 151.
When he reformed or formed the Sinister Six.
Yep.
Or I'm sorry.
With
149 and 150. I think I said 150 and 151 on the first episode.
Oh, you can correct it now.
Because 151 was a different one. I can picture the cover.
But Dr.
It
Doom
was some
is
big
just-
tank-looking thing.
Think of all the people you misled with that for the past 5 years, Brian.
You know what I noticed? I
Those
used to
first
do a
initial
lot?
3 listeners.
What?
I used to just agree.
Two
a
of whom
lot.
that weren't my dad.
And
Yeah.
not knowing what I was talking about, but being like, oh yeah, I like
Yeah.
that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I liked that.
Oh, you liked it?
Yeah,
when I
go.
was
Let's
agreeable.
go back to that. No.
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr.
Yes,
Ma.
sir. Yes, sir,
Yes.
Mr. Ma.
Yes, sir.
Going down, sure.
Yeah, and he's a great actor. He is.
Who that?
Who?
Who?
Granted, that's
Oh, we're talking about another person who
Oh,
sucked as Doctor.
Who's that guy that played Dr. Doom?
The
in
guy from Nip Tuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon.
No, not Julian.
Julian
Julian
McMahon.
McMahon.
Oh, and now
You
he's
sure it
straight
wasn't
up,
Vince
so-
McMahon?
No, it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Imagine if it was Vince McMahon.
Now that
Reed Richards, you're fired.
Or Ed McMahon.
now that Richards and
Ed
Co.
McMahon.
get folded
Hey-o.
into Marvel's brand.
I almost went hoo-ah, but that's Al
Oh,
Pacino.
jeez, listen to this.
Straight
I
up.
don't care what anybody says.
All right, so
Woman in
this
the last
happened when
season
we
of The Witcher,
first
you know?
started this. That was when Fox finally they got sold. They got bought by Disney. So it's
wow, that was a
taken
fucking
5
long
fucking
ass
years
time.
for them to
Do
finally
anything.
fold in the X Men.
Wrestling, when
Wow.
when
They're
wrestling
still trying to fold in the
shows,
X-Men.
they go
It's like
from
fold
Raw
in the
to
cheese.
SmackDown and
What does that mean?
People from Marvel can come over to.
You guys know what shit's
I
Creek?
got that reference. I did.
No, I don't remember
You,
that.
Brian.
The entire cast of Suicide Squad could hop on over. Play some Marvel character. We know you had a hard time with that movie. Come on.
What the hell, Mark? Shut up. No one even cares.
So yeah, that's
Suicide Squad.
You had a hard time with that.
Had time.
And I noticed back when Mark used to slap the bar top a lot
Yeah,
too.
a
Remember
lot.
that?
Oh
And Rage.
Yeah.
Well, this is me defending DC before I
Yeah.
fucking gave up. I mean, after
I like that movie.
this is way before Birds of Prey.
I
you
like
did.
to watch it.
And if you were on this show, you would have defended me.
Suicide Squad. I like watching it.
I always reruns, but
From time to time, the first like 8
first
minutes of that
Suicide
movie, I
Squad?
fucking love.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
There's a lot I like about that.
Yeah.
That's my least favorite of the early DC ones.
Right.
But there's a lot that I,
I just
like in that movie.
I hate the little goon villain bad guy things. that are
with the
created.
bubbly faces or
Yeah,
whatever.
like
Yeah,
those are
that's
stupid.
Those were dumb. Lights in the sky didn't work.
Yeah.
I like the Batman stuff.
And I like the design of the characters. I love Killer Croc. I love
I
Katana.
thought, it was like a fun open.
Yeah.
I like the fucking scene with.
I was
Deadshot.
bummed. I was bummed that they didn't bring Katana back for the Suicide.
Oh yeah, I would have liked
Mm-hmm.
that too. They probably would have killed her off.
Yeah, I did like the Suicide Squad.
I like her though.
Although maybe James Gunn is like saving her for the Outsiders.
That's possible.
Look at us.
I mean, she's on the boys. I mean, she does the
Speculating
boys.
the future
right?
of DC now, just like we're
We're
doing
speculating,
back then.
Yeah,
as
back
we're
then.
speculating the future of
Some
Marvel.
things don't
What's that
change.
actress's name? It's like Fuka.
That's meta. That's meta. Karen
Fuka.
What happened? Am I?
I don't know.
What was I making
From
a
The
goat
Boys.
noise?
You know
me
what?
to rewind it?
I'm gonna stay away from trying to guess her name because I'll just come off racist.
No, you're pretty spot on. Actually, I follow her on Instagram, but I can't.
Are you sure?
It's Karen.
What the
I
hell?
think it's.
You
Do you want me to rewind
Yeah,
it?
rewind that
All right,
part. I want to. I want to hear why
rewind
I sound like a sheep having an
I
orgasm.
just rewound it.
Kahara.
All right. Hold on, everybody, shut up.
Where he would like teach kids to read.
He never talked.
He had like a
though.
thought
Oh, it's the
bubble.
Spider-Man from the Electric Company.
Noise. Like,
Oh, that's you.
a duck. And a thought bubble would pop over his head. That was like the sound effect that they had for the thought bubble.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
said he made that.
Well, he
noise.
kind of did.
Like he
And they'd all look up the thought
vocally
bubble
made
and
that noise?
everybody he could see. And then the rest of the cast would read it out, what he was trying to convey.
How great would that have been?
Yeah.
If you were a Spider-Man fan, Spider-Man's on this new show, he's going to speak. What's he saying?
It was like the equivalent of Wile E. Coyote holding up the sign that says "ouch," just as it goes over.
This is our first laughing moment.
We were funny.
See, this is when we realized the dumber we sound, the funnier we are.
Didn't that Spider-Man have no webs on his costume?
And a net.
It was like
just red and blue. I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen.
Oh, it wasn't even a net. That was the TV show. But in the Electric Company, he did nothing, right? Did he?
Right, but Dean's saying he didn't. Did he even have like the black webbing on his costume, or was it just red and blue?
I thought he had the black.
Did he
webbing.
have the black webbing?
I could have swore he did. Maybe not though. I don't know.
Daredevil is great.
Yeah,
he is great, Mark.
Jessica Jones was good.
Yep.
Cool.
Season 1 was
Jessica
really
Jones.
good.
Oh, I like Jessica Jones. I did.
I like season 1 a lot.
I was kind of like, all right,
you're done.
Catch this guy.
Yeah.
he does have the webbing.
He does.
Yeah. David Tennant is awesome.
He was a slippery.
Oh wow.
It was great, but after a while, it was like, come on, you have superhuman strength.
Yeah.
See, I almost put.
That's how I felt about the second season. I was like, wow, they really stretched this fucking season out.
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of nothing happening.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the first season stuff though.
Hair is purple.
Well, they did too much with her friend.
Yeah.
Their friend there, the blondie.
Well, she's a she's a superhero, so right? Like
Something.
Cat.
I think
it was. I think it was assembled.
Not Shadow Cat.
Really good.
Yeah.
Change from time to time. That was a good cartoon. I liked it.
Yeah.
But the Punisher.
Yes.
Which I'm, premiered on Daredevil, and I'm going to start to watch on Netflix.
Oh, I haven't watched that yet.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm a fan of Vigilance.
So old.
Vigilance teasing.
Vigilantism. Is that how you
Vigilantism is not a word. No.
Vigilantism.
Oh, hooked on phonics worked for me.
Hooked on phonics, working for me.
And plus, seeing the comic as a kid, it's just you don't see two. You didn't back then anyway. I don't think until Image came along.
This is what Sarah has to hear all the time. I'm gonna go give her a big hug when I get home. Poor girl.
Is this what you do in your sleep? This is
Talk like this?
Yeah.
Probably.
Jim Lee's the
Probably.
No, that's not my pen. No.
You put a skull on anything. If you put skulls on the Fantastic Four uniforms.
Oh God, still going. Wow.
Fucking life.
Jesus.
Not in the eyes, Rawhead. Not in the eyes. Something like that, right? Sarah's like, Mark, wake the fuck up, you loser. You're having your Rawhead Rex dream again.
Erotic Rawhead.
Yeah.
And you were there, and you were there, and Tito was there.
Tito was there with a little alligator.
That's just petting it.
So moving on. Finally, where are we?
3 favorite Marvel stories.
Oh,
this is a good one.
This is fun.
This is good, Brian.
It's pre-appetizer. 3 favorite Marvel stories.
Yeah, look at that. We had
Yeah.
categories even back then.
Yeah,
See that?
we just didn't know what to call them. Just categories.
Appetizers.
We didn't have fun names.
Nope.
No.
We didn't have the appetizers. We didn't have the main
I used to be on a
course.
show that had categories.
You did. It was chicken chat.
You had some good categories.
You did.
I used to love watching.
I miss chicken chat.
Chicken
Yeah.
Dean, bring it back, man. Bring it back.
What's stopping it?
Everybody's schedules.
Yeah.
I think
Time.
everybody does.
Time.
Okay, fair.
Have to find a new group.
It reminded me was it 16 something?
1608.
When it's like a medieval take on
What is it?
a Victorian age.
God, I still don't fucking know.
What are you talking
I have no
about?
idea what you're talking about.
One of my favorite Marvel stories. Is,
Oh.
It's a Elseworlds kind of multiverse.
This was a run of comics?
It was a story that I actually think Neil Gaiman worked on it. But it was them in the 1600s. I'm explaining it now.
And it was all
It's pretty much the same
I
way.
love that you're explaining
Yeah.
over your
Over my
explaining.
Exactly.
Well, because past me doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
In
Although I
10
still don't know that. I still can't think of what the year is.
So in 10 years, we got to look back at this show now. Yeah.
I think they were trying to tie it
You'll
in
do
with the-
commentary on your commentary
On your
That's
commentary.
right. Oh, no, that's
Whoa.
meta.
Forever.
That's chaos. That's chaos.
That's chaos.
I don't know anybody.
Give me your
that would
hand.
listen to
Give me your hand and give me that bottle of water. I'm gonna explain chaos theory to you.
Tiny little
Minor
ninjas in your
imperfections.
hand.
Minor imperfections.
I'm gonna seduce you in front of everyone.
Oh
right now.
God, he was so gross. He was so fucking gross. The more I
Jeff
watched
Goldblum?
that, yeah, he's gross
Dude,
in that
come
movie.
on.
He's gross. Sorry.
If she wasn't already with Grant, he's taking her home.
And yeah. But he knows.
He's always on the look for the
He knows.
Mrs. Malcolm.
His kind of character would not fly, sir. Not today. No. He's offensive.
He's not like touching anyone.
He's just he's rubbing her hand. He's like
he's not like rawheading, Rexing anyone. You know?
He's not pissing all
He's
over.
not pissing all over
Yeah,
Laura.
you got to love that laugh, though.
What, Rawhead? Do we really?
I entirely missed what movie you guys are talking about.
Jurassic Park.
Oh,
With Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum is
Because I brought up chaos theory.
Oh,
so
okay.
it kind of spiraled. This is what we used to do. It was called
Always.
the bipolar.
The Bipolar Express is
Yeah.
pulled into the station.
I'm here representing the audience.
You are.
Indeed, what do you? The audience.
This is what happens when people are listening. I don't know what the fuck they're talking about right now.
Do you want to rewind it? No.
Do you hear how you guys sound? I have to listen to this every day. Thank you, Dean.
I think she was. I think she was into it a little bit.
Who?
Fucking
Laura Dern?
Sattler.
No.
Go back
Ellie.
to this.
No.
I think Ellie was into it a little
No,
bit.
she was pure. She
She
had
was.
no.
They
no.
got together because of that movie.
No. No, they did
Yes,
not.
they did.
Oh, what, in real life? For real in real life? Oh, I didn't know
Laura
that.
Dern and Goldblum?
Yeah, I think so.
Some
pretty
strange
sure they
looking
dated.
kid.
I don't
Let's go
remember
with
that.
it.
Google
I thought he was with Gina
Google
Davis
it.
at the time.
Come on.
No, I'm tired of proving you
Tito
wrong,
this
Derek.
shit.
Come on. I'm tired of Googling things and being like, Derek's wrong.
A minute
again.
ago, you were just like, yeah, you know what? You don't sound racist. This sounds about right. I think you might be right, Derek.
Yeah,
That was the beginning of Dern Bloom.
Turn.
His whole transition and live is this thing.
This,
and you know how
what are you
his
talking about?
world was affected.
This
That was
thing,
one of my
this-
favorites.
This thing. You can't even say it.
It'll
A
happen.
weird out there one I have on my list too.
What? What is it?
It's called Murder at the Mansion.
Oh,
It's-
yes. You talked about. I remember you talking about this, Derek.
2005.
They found love
Did they?
during the making of Jurassic Park.
Oh,
Derek.
Up high.
I've done it
You
again.
were right.
Yeah.
I've done
Look
it
at that.
I've gotten
What's
to witness
that?
That's
two
2 for
things
2 today.
Wow.
Or 2 for 20.
What's that? Something about a broken clock? Blind squirrel. What's that saying?
Blind squirrel.
Blind.
Blind. I know. Yeah,
never heard
blind.
that. What?
but I don't
Blind
know.
squirrel finds a nut. Even a blind squirrel can find a nut.
Yeah, once in a while.
Yeah, every once in a while, even a blind squirrel can find a nut.
How if it's blind?
One of the ones that
It just searches around and then magically finds. It eventually will find a nut.
Not
by
necessarily.
searching around.
Not if it's looking
Don't
at the
they
wrong
use
place.
smell for a lot of that?
Yeah.
It's possible. Listen, I didn't create this. I didn't create
So
the
does
saying. I didn't make that one up.
The saying is flawed. It's flawed.
I think it's pretty good, actually.
No, the broken clock accurate. The blind squirrel was flawed.
Yeah, it should be a squirrel with weaker senses, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, if you can't, you can smell it, but if you can't
Let's
see
just
that
stick with
shit,
the clock.
it's probably
Is he like the
pretty hard.
daredevil of squirrels? Does that heighten the rest of his
Probably
senses?
pretty hard.
Technically, a lot of times they bury their nuts.
Listen, everything's harder
Oh,
without
yeah.
eyes. Everything. This is a
the
fact. This is a fact. Everything is harder without eyes.
It is. That's
Fact.
true.
That's
That
one
is a
place you
fact.
don't want to get sunburned.
Everything's
What,
harder
your
without
nuts?
eyes.
You bury your nuts at the
Especially
beach.
the word
Crispy nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, try peeing without eyes.
Oh yeah, and just listen
Standing
to the
up.
splash.
What? You can still pee even if you. Yeah. You
Well, and
try not getting it on people R. Kelly style, maybe.
yeah,
but,
yeah,
or
that's what I'm saying.
Rawhead
It's not easy.
style. Yeah.
Rawhead
could
style.
do it. Rawhead
Oh, in the
wouldn't
movie
care.
he pees, in the book he ejaculates.
In the book, he ejaculates, but in the movie, they thought that'd be in bad taste.
And in your dreams, he
whatever I want him
whatever
to do,
you need,
Tito.
whatever you need, at
whatever I'm in the
whatever
mood
the
for.
moment
Yeah,
requires.
right. Whatever the mood suggests.
Put it this way: in his dreams, Rawhead Rex is the one burying the nuts.
Oh, hey.
Is that balls deep, rawhead?
Even a blind Mark finds a rawhead every once in a while.
You think I would know what this show was before I come on to it?
Uh-huh.
You think?
Are you coming back?
I like how Dean was like, I did research before I came here today. I'm like, good for
And now
you.
he's all surprised.
Good job, Dean. Thanks. Thanks for trying.
Yeah.
Thanks for trying to make a show out of a show.
Are we talking about blind people now? What are we talking
I
about?
don't know. I think
Probably Daredevil.
Well, I mean,
Can I ask-
Groot was
so-
made of wood.
Yeah.
Who was made of wood?
Pinocchio.
You guys didn't.
Pinocchio's not a Marvel character.
Groot.
Oh, Groot.
Oh,
Groot.
We're talking Groot. Yeah.
maybe.
And therefore,
Oh,
Oh, Monty Python. Oh, is this when we start talking
oh,
about?
that's right.
All right, hold on.
Monty Python's X-Men.
Where are we here?
You heard it here first, folks.
I think they should incorporate that.
I think so too.
Incorporate what? We should have to rewind
we
that.
missed the whole thing?
250, he and Dr. Doom go back to visit the Knights of Ni.
Yes. This is when we came up with the Marvel Monty Python crossover.
Yeah, that we never did anything with.
He was watching the Black Knight. Totally a flesher. What are you talking about? Destroy him.
My dark magic, I can
Look
put
at
your
this.
limbs back on.
I would have
No, you
had this
can't.
guy eradicated in less than a second. What are you doing?
Some call
You're
me
hopping around on
Grim.
one foot.
It's Ben Grimm the Enchanter.
This is fantastic.
Fantastic Four.
Look, it's the old man from
This
C-37.
is also great because you guys are laughing at yourselves, laughing at yourselves.
It's a very meta episode, Dean.
This is
How narcissistic and egotistical.
this is like the Inception version of Three Geeky Dads.
Oh yeah,
We're trying to implant a good show into our minds.
and the minds of our listeners.
Shut up! It's not that great.
What?
Because that's how he talks now.
Yeah. Whitey Boston.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Someone should make that.
Instead of the rabbit, the rabbit, it's freaking
Rocket Raccoon.
What's he do? Nibble your bum?
Look at the bones.
Frank Castle rips out the holy hand grenade. Oh, I hope someone hears this.
Us.
Oh wow!
And we still haven't done anything with it.
That's amazing.
Mark,
Guys,
Mark, you got to write a script.
These Three Geeky guys are onto something.
They are, yeah. I wonder if they're still recording.
Oh, they call themselves the Three Geek Dads. I don't think they're around
Dads.
anymore.
The Three Geek
You
Dads.
guys put them out of business.
Evil, naughty storm. You must punish her. You must spank her.
Oh, Spank Storm. Yeah.
Spank me.
Kitty Pryde,
That-
Rogue, and
That'll go over well. All women just half naked in one room. We won't get any heat for that.
Naughty. She's illuminated the Infinity Gauntlet.
Right here, folks. This is where
Episode 1.
This is where we
genius.
discovered we had magic.
And we literally just wrote the whole
oh wow!
Look at that.
Yay.
script. All right, well now that's my favorite Marvel story.
And I'm hacking back then, too. Listen.
Must be the time
It's
of
a
year, man.
5-year cold instead of a 5-week cold.
I don't want to talk about Monty Python.
I know, right? I know.
That'll be the subject.
Yeah,
of
we'll have to.
another
Yes,
podcast.
we'll definitely stay tuned because.
Yes.
Did we ever?
I know.
We never did.
No,
We're
we
supposed
didn't.
to have your friend Joe on for that.
I
Like,
know.
Years ago.
I know. We never did.
Oh.
From the one we just talked about, which might just topped everything, was Marvel's. The big Alex Ross.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great story.
Love
Yeah.
that.
Pretty much just.
And I'm sure you
shows
brought
all
up
the
zombies,
great
right?
monumental stories.
No, I wasn't a fan of Marvel Zombies. Believe it or not,
I did. I liked it.
they were too funny.
Just one of
Yeah,
it's
it
too
is-
funny.
I
like
enjoy-
scary zombies.
I enjoy Deceased more,
Yeah.
but Marvel Zombies is lots
he
of fun.
touches his gold.
The DC Vampires one tops them all.
Oh yeah, that was really
Yes,
good.
absolutely.
But the whole story is really good.
It is. Yeah. And the art's really good.
Look at Mark agreeing with
I
himself.
like. Yeah, I'm a smart guy.
Go, Mark. You go.
I
You
believe
tell
in
them,
you.
Mark. You're a smart boy.
I believe in you, you sexy Pollock. Reach for the sky.
Yeah,
Kind of
like a refresher course.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yes, Derek. That's right.
The other storyline I really love is actually the.
Is this the Wolverine vampire one?
I don't know. Listen to the guy.
Sorry.
It's basically like almost a rated X comic, so you could get away with a
Ooh.
lot of
Oh.
nudity and gore
Yeah.
and swearing. They have a.
They're fucking
I
degenerate.
don't know.
I don't know.
remember a friend of mine letting me borrow the
Oh, Punisher Max. That's what I'm talking about.
It would have been like the 90s.
Oh, Max
The Marvel Max series.
Oh.
Not the.
I was
Max,
thinking the
not
Max.
MA.
No, not the
character?
Max.
Okay.
Jones,
Punisher versus the Max.
I'd buy that for $1.
Batman versus the Max.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right?
Frank Castle at its
Dude, I feel
Yes.
like, I remember you telling me about this like years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should read it. It's good.
I haven't seen the
He's telling you then, and I'm telling you now.
I'm busy, I think.
Man, you just don't want to do it.
I'm washing my hair that day.
Don't pretend.
Something suddenly came up.
No, you got to walk your dog.
I gotta walk my dog. I'm sorry.
What dog?
I would be on
He's
your
not even
show,
holding a
but
dog.
I would be on your show, but
Want to come out for like 15 minutes? I'm walking my dog. All right. Good luck with your movie.
Hey, you guys doing that show? Hey, you want to be on? Yeah, I'm gonna walk my dog instead. Oh, cool.
story called "What If Wolverine?"
Oh, yes, see?
Were Lord of the Vampires.
This is a great story.
You let me borrow this one.
It's because I like it.
It's a what if?
It's a what if.
Wolverine were Lord of the Vampires.
That's right.
You know what'd be interesting is to listen to this, like these episodes, these older episodes, and see if our opinions have changed.
Does it make the Snick?
Oh, I'm sure I flip
Like,
flop.
Yeah, you like Brie Larson now.
and
You like
Robert
Robert
Pattinson, I
Pattinson
know,
now.
right?
Tito likes alligator now.
I like alligator
And
now.
Rawhead Rex.
Do you?
No, he doesn't. No, Tito gave a good. I think
I'm just curious about
Christmas
personal
came
growth
early
on this show.
for me
Am I the
because
only
Tito
one?
gave a fair review of Alligator to me for the first time.
Oh yeah.
Since we listened to it.
No, it's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, it
very
was
curious
fair.
what changed. You were so diehard against Brie Larson. What changed your Brie Larson?
He saw the movie.
No,
Cleavage?
probably.
This guy's a perv.
I mean,
Dean.
she's hot. She's
Yeah,
hot.
look at him.
She's hot. But I don't know. I think it might be just that.
She's hot.
It's that.
No, you saw her in something
all the
before
dreams I
the
was-
Marvels
You did.
that you liked. What was it that you saw her
Yeah,
in
you
that you
did
liked?
see her in something.
Skull Island.
Oh well, Scott Pilgrim.
I love
Oh,
her in
yeah,
Skull
that's-
Island.
Scott Pilgrim.
Oh, I
She's
watched
in
that
Scott
recently. I
Pilgrim.
forget that she's in
Yeah,
that.
that was way before, and you didn't like her.
No, I know, but I rewatched it fairly recently. And
Oh.
was like, you know what? She's like the hottest one in this.
No, but I
movie.
thought it was something newer.
One of
I
the
thought so,
Fast and
too.
Furious movies.
No, she was. She was in the most recent one.
She's in the last one.
That
That movie
movie was
fucking
That
sucks.
sucked. Oh, okay.
That movie broke my fucking heart.
Was it worse than Alligator?
Was it worse than what?
Was it worse than Alligator?
It might be.
Holy shit! It's
It might be
bad.
fucking worse. I will watch it
Ben,
again.
you broke my heart.
You're tearing me apart.
Dean, how do you feel about Alligator?
I don't know if I've seen it.
All right, we're gonna have to watch it.
Oh, you guys are
great
gonna have
movie.
to do a escape pod
No,
episode
Not
Yeah,
about
to
it.
confuse
Pod,
with
yeah.
Gator.
Not Gator. No, Gator
No.
is different.
That's with Burt
That's Burt
Reynolds.
Reynolds.
That's
Those are
what
those
we're gonna
things you
do.
wear around your neck to keep your
Those
face
are
from gators. My kids love those things.
Be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Yeah, that's right, Derek. You
True,
better
Derek.
believe it.
How with this? I'm running the show.
Yep.
Head vampire.
Oh, all right. Okay, so I'm still talking about Wolverine.
Being a
Tito's the-
vampire.
Tito's the only one that got the
He's
Ric Flair
He's
reference.
becoming the Lord of the Vampires now.
I'm the only wrestling.
I
geek
love
on
a
this
good
show.
vampire story.
You would have you would. I have this.
You talked
need
a
to read
lot
this.
of wrestling
Yeah,
back
that's
then.
I
too.
did. I did.
Are you not into it as
and
much as
always
you were
fell
back
on
then?
deaf ears.
Well, for us, but I mean, there
Frank
might be people
Castle
out there
beats
that
a vampire hunter.
WWE it got really bad, and then
Yeah.
AEW started, and it was good for a little while, and then that got bad too.
And then they
WWE
threw another W in there.
Yeah.
And it just threw
And then it
everything
was
off.
like WWE 3.
You see that Von Erichs movie though? That looks.
I saw the
want to see
preview
that
for it last night.
I want to see
Yeah,
that.
it looks really good.
All right, so moving on.
Moving on.
Top 3 Stan Lee cameos because
Oh.
You know what? I was thinking at the
Remember?
beginning of this episode is fucking Enter the Spider-Verse. I think is my favorite Stan Lee cameo.
As the
It always fits.
Yeah.
I love
Yep.
that shit.
Eventually.
Eventually, and he's like the sign.
Yeah,
It's like,
no
No
refunds.
refunds. I love that.
Or
Did one-
exchanges.
Did one of us have that? I don't know if one of us had that for this.
It might not have been
This
out
might
back
have been.
then.
No, I don't think that movie. Yeah, it wasn't
That's
out.
right. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
It's before that.
Yep, so much has come out in the last
It
5
has,
years.
Yeah, actually, this came out before a few of his last cameos. So
I like to go back and hear about all the things we were excited about, and then they suck.
Yeah. hey, listen, at 5 minutes and 30 seconds, you can hear Mark's heart break.
Yeah.
guys, I can't wait to see Jurassic World Forbidden Kingdom. I can't wait.
How many different ones? They did like 20 different lines.
And every one is
It was
gold.
gold. They could have picked it. They did obviously probably picked one at random.
They used the one that the
60s were coming back to bite you in the ass or something.
It was fun, but yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but no, he had so, and they just cut him off like riff, you know. And
I just stole that car.
Yeah.
Was that the one?
Iron Man 3?
No, I think that was the Ant-Man. Ant-Man 2.
Oh yes, it was. No, Ant-Man.
Because the Ant-Man, the car shrunk, right? And that's when he was like, "Oh man, the '60s are coming back to bite me in the ass."
Oh yeah.
It was the
Right.
special edition of Batman. The '89 movie came out.
Yeah.
They interview him. Now,
Oh, Stan Lee was not
Even
in that
then,
movie, Mark.
No, he was in
Brian was shoehorning Batman
in this-
'89 into episodes.
I'll tell you why. He was in this special. This is what I'm talking. He was in the special features interview for the
Stan Lee
'89
was?
Batman movie. Yeah,
Huh.
they talked to him.
Now he's gone and Spider-Man's out. There's nothing I can say. I'm like, this Bob Kane was a dick.
Yeah.
So, see, there was method to my madness.
I like Bob
Even on,
Kane.
like, the DC
Then you're an idiot.
The storyline he has nothing to do with.
I like Bob Kane, and I hate
like
Rawhead
Freddy
Rex.
versus Jason.
That cinema masterpiece.
And
I
I'm
would
Bob
like.
Dole.
I would like Rawhead Rex to
Dean,
piss on.
can I ask you a question?
Sure.
If you took the character of Freddy Krueger and taught him how to do karate, that makes him better, right?
Say no, Dean.
Oh my God.
Freddy doing kung fu is like better than Freddy not doing kung fu.
No, it's
That
bad.
would make him more dangerous.
And make him more
No,
dangerous.
it would make him stupid. Dean, come on.
Dangerous
You're better
like
than this.
like James Dean dangerous, like
get, like-
cool dangerous.
They should get like a great Asian director. Like,
Look at this podcast. Look at this interview going on over here. Fucking Mike Douglas sitting on the stool.
John Woo.
John Woo.
Who's the director who did Bride with
Ronnie
White
Yu.
Hair?
Ronnie Yu. No, Ronnie Yu was Bride of
Yu.
Chucky. Ronnie Yu
Was
did
the
Freddy
John-
versus-
Ronnie Yu, wasn't he also Freddy versus Jason?
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's-
Oh.
that
Oh,
was
is that
the
what-
joke.
Yeah.
that I was
Ooh.
making.
Okay, he's
I'm
making.
constantly missing.
Kung Fu.
Yeah.
That's your favorite one. I don't even know why you don't know who directed that one. Freddy versus Jason.
No, I just
You talk about it all the time.
And it's not my favorite one.
You never stop
here-
talking
He
about
is,
it.
he is totally Jedi mind
I'm
tricking
here
you right
witnessing this because I am totally with Mark on how that movie is ruined.
now. Yeah. See? Thank you.
Ruined nothing.
You almost got fired, even though I don't pay you anything.
I don't understand. Freddy Krueger doing kung fu is good. I don't know.
It wasn't the
I
kung
don't
fu
understand
Freddy. It
the
was
problem.
everything else, Tito.
Every
We've been
Freddy
over
was
this. We've been
kung
over this,
fu
Tito.
fight.
Kung Fu Freddy,
Kung
the
Fu
fucking
Freddy.
Caterpillar Freddy.
Oh, fuck off.
Those are wins
No, that
in
is
my
not
book.
a win. That is the
America
exact
wins.
opposite
America
of a win.
wins.
I'll take the 7 golden vampires.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that one.
I
That
love
was
that
fun.
movie.
That was-
I'll take
That
Rawhead
was a
Rex
fun one.
over Freddy versus Jason. I'll take Curse of the Were-Deer over Freddy versus Jason.
Wow.
Yeah.
That movie was fun.
saying
man.
it.
That movie was hilarious.
I'm saying it.
I
I'm
want to
saying
rewatch
now.
it.
You should.
I'll
We should
rewatch
watch
that,
it.
and
We
I
should
will
watch- we should
rewatch
see it
that again before Freddy
They're
versus
fucking
Jason.
snapping dicks off. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm saying how they're just
All right.
snapping people's dicks
Speaking
off.
of dicks, where are we now?
We're at the penis portion of the show.
Charge this battery up here.
Popeye? We doing Popeye?
So what do you got?
I would have to say Iron Man.
Of course.
Hefner.
Yeah,
Of course.
but They mistake him for Hugh
Well,
Hefner.
even
He's
back
playing
then,
Hugh
Brian,
Hefner.
I was the one trying to like
Yeah,
rein
that's
us
a good
in.
cameo. He turns around, he looks so confused.
I always try to like get us back on track.
Reynard us in?
Oh yeah.
New Zealand that mistaken him for Spike Lee.
Spike Lee.
No,
Yeah,
they
Spike
didn't.
Lee died. They mistaken his name, not
Yeah, obviously.
they were that dumb, but they were still pretty. Somebody might have wanted to check the reference.
Pretty dumb.
Spike Lee.
Spike Lee, dead at 95.
95.
He had a hell of a run.
Oh, did that happen?
Oh, hold on. Did I say
He
it?
looked great for his age.
Black don't crack.
I did. I knew I was gonna say it. I knew it. Oh, Derek.
True statement.
Yeah, that's like your trademark statement right there.
Derek went there.
Derek
true.
went there, and Derek
Episode 1.
has
Episode 1.
Wow.
stayed there ever since.
Did that happen? People thought Spike Lee died?
Angered some dude.
I don't know what I was saying. I don't know.
Derek, would you
Well, you know,
like to
I
keep it clean?
luckily, Hugh
I had an
Hefner
episode.
on there, and the Galaxy the Watchers cameo.
Oh, did you?
But luckily I
that
made
is a good
I
one.
Watchers
think of just three.
Is that the first?
I had more,
Yeah.
so
No, the second one, I think.
Guardians or the
I think it was
second?
the second one. When they,
Second
yeah.
Guardians?
In Fantastic Four,
Because they were trying to get to the planet Ego.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Willie Lumpkin.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
That was
I remember Willie Lumpkin.
Yeah.
It was,
Fuzzy Lumpkin.
He's the guy with the ears.
Fuzzy
Yeah.
Lumpkin.
Willie Lumpkin.
He did the thing with
He
his
was the
ears.
mailman for the Baxter building.
Yeah, the Baxter building.
Oh.
So it was like the pre-Marvel.
I'm talking about it now.
He had these big ears.
See? I
love that.
And he's wiggling them, and that's how he won Aunt May's heart.
I remember that story.
It's not how Tony Stark won it.
That hasn't changed. I still think of those ears.
Brian kept it clean.
I did.
Brian kept it clean.
PG. Yeah.
Ah.
He kept a shitload of condoms.
But we have children.
It was one of those few cameos that like it wasn't like overly funny. There wasn't a big punchline or anything like that. It was just it was kind of endearing. It was just, nice little old Stan Lee, the mailman.
Do you have the one from Fantastic Four, The Rise of the Silver Surfer, where he tried
When
to
he was
crash?
in the wedding, tried to get into the wedding.
They said that was actually like written into the comic. Like when Reed Richards married Sue Storm, and
Really?
it was Stan Lee,
Dropping
and it
knowledge.
was
What a nerd.
Kirby.
Just trying to get in.
Drew them in, and yeah, they were both trying to crash the wedding. So they put that obviously.
I feel like
Kirby crashed the wedding.
it got better as the episode went on.
Kirby couldn't make.
Yeah.
What got better?
Our banter.
This episode,
Our banter
Yeah.
got. Oh, I would hope so.
Oh, you're like
By-
finding your
yeah.
form.
Well, I'm like,
Yeah.
and you know, knowing what we were gonna.
Yeah, we're
wanted to
we're
say
just on the
versus-
fly, man.
Yeah.
On the fly and yakking.
Yep.
Just jitters.
Three guys, no direction.
Yeah. There's a porn like that. Three
Yeah.
guys, no direction.
That's it. Three guys, one mic.
Yeah.
Pokes a little. That was like a nice little surprise. He's cameoed in a lot of other like non-Marvel movies. And,
No, he hasn't. What?
Big Hero 6.
I'm arguing with you, Derek. I want to see if
Big
you.
Hero 6.
Oh, Big Hero 6. Okay.
That's a Marvel.
Hold on, wait.
I actually liked in the Ben Affleck Daredevil.
Oh, that's right. And Mallrats.
About to get hit by a bus.
Ah.
Well, you were right. You were right then, and you're right now.
Well, the first two are Marvel movies, aren't they? Big Hero 6 is a Marvel movie.
It is, isn't it?
Big Hero 6 is a Marvel movie.
You're right.
And
It
so
is.
with Daredevil.
Big Hero 6.
Daredevil's a
Yeah.
Daredevil is a
Marvel movie, too.
superhero movie.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But
Mallrats.
Mallrats, for sure.
Yeah, but Mallrats is heavily themed
Not
in
the like
superhero.
MCU, not MCU.
No,
yeah,
your
Friend
yeah,
seems to be
yeah.
obsessed with superhero genitalia.
Yeah, it's like he's
The
right
thing
here in
is,
the
this
room.
dork made of green of orange rock.
I've wondered that myself.
I assume he had no penis. The thing.
The Thing.
With
Yeah.
that deep voice? No, he's got.
With those
That's why he was
undies?
so depressed.
Yeah, why is he wearing undies?
Where the
man?
fuck is he keeping it? There's no bulge.
That's a rock thing. It's just part of
I
it.
don't know about that.
It's just to leave some mystery and some imagination.
Like a turtle head?
This is going to blow your mind. He's actually all penis. That's why he's rock hard. It's a metaphor.
That's right. That's right.
What about Johnny Storm? He was when he
he's just hot.
when he flamed on.
He's a flamer.
He wasn't naked, right? Was he naked when he flamed on? Or was
Yes.
They always
Does he
drew him with
pee
little
steam?
tights.
did he have the suit?
Does he pee steam when he turns into
No, he
fucking
pees
fire?
lava.
I believe
Oh.
that they developed a clothing that could withstand.
Ah, okay.
the heat.
Yeah.
Makes
Didn't
sense.
you
Yeah.
see the movie, Mark?
Yeah.
I don't remember any of the movies I saw.
Redeveloped.
Oh, it was the suits that they were
costumes.
wearing when they went into space, when they
Right.
were also hit with the
Oh,
cosmic
okay.
rays.
Which movie was that?
helped him out.
The first one.
The Corman one?
No.
Oh.
The first Fox movie.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know
Michael
who directed
Chiklis
any of
as
those.
the,
Michael Chiklis. I thought that was a good casting. Then
I did
didn't
too.
like the movie.
The suit was a little lame, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but they didn't have like the special effects that they have.
Yeah. And Doctor Doom sucked.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
the worst.
Well, he looked good.
Yeah, for
I thought he
the
looked
whole
good.
30 seconds he actually had a mask
I know.
on.
Well,
And then he
the
had to
problem.
take it off because he's Vince McMahon.
Vince McMahon.
What is this?
Ed McMahon.
I know. Ed McMahon. I-oh! Hoo-ah!
Hoo-ah! That's Al Pacino.
I know that.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Test.
We're just repeating jokes, so in case they got cut from earlier.
I snorted.
Dean, ever the professional. Always thinking ahead.
But I love the cameo.
I love the cameo.
When I forget who's walking, I'm assuming it's Eric Bana or Bana.
Bana. You ever meet an Australian guy named Bana?
Bana. Do 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 do.
That is an inside joke. That was a shout out to Sarah because we had a friend who said Eric Bana, and this is when Sarah was like waiting to listen to this show. So.
Yeah. Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
I just thought it was
Yeah, Siobhan and my wife listen.
Like Echo.
And my mom.
Lou Ferrigno
listen to
and
this.
Stan Lee.
Really? Yeah, they actually listened back in the day.
My dad still listens to it.
My mom still does.
My wife listens. My mom thinks I'm cool.
My mom listens to it like when she goes to Florida. She'll like get a bunch of them downloaded onto her phone.
Oh, cool.
Shout out to Derek's mom.
That's right, Dawn.
Shout out. Dawn.
Well, it's
Like a kind of, that sets
Dawn.
the stage.
because he had a cameo in Spider-Man, but it's Tobey Maguire.
Say Dawn.
Dawn.
There you go.
I like how you held your mic over like he doesn't have his own.
Tito, you look like you're at the Macy's Day Parade, man.
He's Ryan Seacrest.
You know what? They didn't all lip sync this year, and I was really happy about it.
Well, most of them did. Who didn't?
But not all of them. Usually, every single one lip syncs.
Did Belle Biv DeVoe? I'm pretty sure.
I didn't see.
Belle Biv DeVoe was there.
Were they really this past year?
Yeah, this past.
That was another Kids in the Hall thing. Belle. DeVoe.
I gotta look this up.
No, me too.
Bana.
Bana.
Choking on a hairball.
Ba-ba-da.
Jesus.
The debris was crushing cats or something.
There were a lot of people that had a lot of screen time in those movies that
didn't deserve.
Yeah, but not
James.
Stan Lee.
Tobey Maguire. No.
Oh, he must have been talking about Macy Gray.
Oh, yes.
That whole,
As a 40-year-old Spider-Man.
That whole movie
Sorry.
for me
I
does
don't
not hold up.
I was still in love with Kirsten Dunst at the time.
Oh, your first.
No.
Not anymore.
Wow.
I still am.
This is
you
the
still
first
are.
time I
Don't
think
lie
you
to
We've
me.
brought
seen
her
your
up.
voodoo selections.
Yeah.
I have a
A
whole
lot of people
list.
look good in the rain.
Well,
Women look
especially
good
when they
with
were in a.
All women.
Oh, she looks pretty
look
good
in the rain.
Right?
She looks real good in
I
that rain.
stand by that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's one sexy scene.
Did he almost drown upside down during
Yeah,
that?
the rain was going up his nose.
Hurry up, will ya? Yes,
These lips aren't going to kiss themselves.
Say that every night to my wife.
I feel like you guys sound different. Like Brian sounds exactly the same.
Do I?
Yeah.
Keeping him up the way, sunshine.
Yeah.
Because he hit puberty.
Like the one adult. He sounds like the one adult. Yeah.
It's the age difference.
That's it. I'm more mature.
looking all CGI and stupid like, and is throwing pumpkin bombs, and then they cut to her again, and she's just standing there with her mouth gaping open,
With her kimono.
She's terrified, but she looks very dumb.
Hungry. Oh,
like she looks like she's
Hungry?
Oh, Macy Gray. Yeah. This I'm still on this. Wow.
That's probably true to life.
Yeah.
I really hate.
She's in the first one?
She's in the first.
I don't even remember Macy
She
Gray.
was
in
the
the
song
first
on
one.
the soundtrack, and yeah, where he, the
Macy,
Green Goblin
yeah.
attacks for the first time.
Yeah. Macy Gray's in that scene?
Yeah.
I do not remember that. I blocked that one
It's
out.
being discussed as we
Yeah?
speak.
But the Hulk, Hulk on the other hand, at least had a better cameo. It was a shittier movie than Spider-Man.
That's true.
What was the good cameo?
The Hulk when Stan Lee and
Lou Ferrigno.
are walking out of a building talking.
Oh,
together.
yeah.
I did like that
I
cameo.
do remember that.
I hated that movie.
That was the Eric
I hated
Bana one.
it. Eric Bana.
Yeah.
Banana.
The one with Ed Norton was good, too, because I liked how he was the one that drank the irradiated
Yes.
drink from
and
Brazil.
Lou Ferrigno was the security guard.
Yes, he was.
that he
Oh,
brought-
yeah.
Yep.
And he got mad when Ed Norton didn't have cash, just a card. Oh, wait, that was us.
Is that the one
Sorry.
we brought him the pizza?
Yeah.
Yeah. God bless you, brother.
Yeah. He didn't say that to us. He didn't say that. He said, I don't take cards. Fuck off.
His voice comes in and
I didn't mind the Ang Lee one. I liked a lot of the action
Oh,
scenes.
God.
I like the action scenes.
I, to this day, have still never seen it all the way through.
He bites the
it's
fucking
so
tip
bad.
off a missile and spits it back at a fucking tank. What's not to like?
Right.
About
It looked
that?
really bad.
I was like, that's fucking awesome.
It looked really.
No, the look. I mean, the look of
really
him was
bad.
awful. Yes.
It looked like Shrek on a bender.
But Jennifer Connelly was a way better Betty Ross.
Oh yeah.
Then
for
who?
Sure. Yeah,
No.
Liv Tyler.
No. Oh God.
I'd rather have
100% disagree with
Are you
both
serious?
of you. 100%.
You like Liv Tyler?
I am Liv Tyler over Jennifer Connelly in that.
Don't wanna close my
That's
eyes.
Don't wanna fall asleep because I miss you, babe. I don't know the words.
You're doing a good job, though.
Thank you, Brian.
She came back for something, right?
Who, Liv or
Tyler?
Jennifer Connelly?
No.
No, she
Neither of
wouldn't
them
come
did.
back. Neither of them came back.
Lord of the Rings.
No, but I think she's
Yeah,
coming.
she was
I
in
thought
Lord of
she
the
was
Rings,
coming back.
not
for
in Marvel.
Is she coming
Something
back?
Marvel related?
Yeah,
Red Hulk?
for like Thunderbolts or something.
Oh, I think I did hear that Liv Tyler was going to come back as Betty Ross.
All right,
That'd be
then.
fucking
I read that
awesome.
somewhere.
Then I'll watch it now.
And if she turns into her Red Hulk, that'd be badass.
Ooh.
Although I hate her.
Yeah.
But
Why
do you hate her?
I don't hate her. I just don't
Hate
like her.
who?
I think.
How do you hate Liv Tyler?
Remember how
He doesn't like
earlier,
him.
remember how earlier we were talking about nepotism?
Brian cuts in the He-Man woman hater.
I don't get
No,
the
remember how
hatred for
earlier-
Liv Tyler.
I heard she was
It's
difficult.
funny, Dean. It just seems to be like everybody that we like, he doesn't, but everybody he likes, we're like, really?
To each
It's
is
funny.
Look, to each their own.
Remember earlier we were talking about nepotism?
Yeah,
All right.
because
Liv Tyler, the only reason why she has any type of fame is because of her father.
I think she's broken away.
She didn't
from
even
that.
know who her daddy
Yeah,
was.
she thought her dad was Todd
I think she's
Rundgren for the
broken away.
longest time.
Maybe
She's not a good actress.
no, disagree.
did.
Disagree.
Oh.
Have you seen The Strangers? She's awesome in that
I
movie.
know, but I don't really.
Oh, she's great in that. She's great in that.
She's fine.
Have you seen Armageddon? She's fantastic. Oscar
Oh,
winner.
yeah. If you want him, come and claim him. That was my Liv Tyler impersonation.
Yeah.
That line is the stupidest. Like that's
That was good.
That's
If you want him, come and claim him.
She speaks good Elvish.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, she's such
Empire
a sexy
Records.
Oh, yeah.
Empire
She's
Records.
Empire
Like,
Records.
When she
wrong?
loses her fucking mind at the end and starts
Oh,
throwing
dude, yeah. When she
Yeah.
starts throwing
those rip
stuff
shit.
around,
Yeah, I love that.
that's a great
Rex Manning
scene.
Day.
Yeah.
She's fine. Jennifer Connelly's a better actress.
Yes.
I would prefer
And-
Jennifer
and
Connelly
she's
with Betty
pretty
Ross.
I think
I'm going to
she's
say equal.
I
acting
agree, she's
acting
pretty
chops,
good.
I'm going to say
not
equal.
anymore.
Not anymore. She's
Yeah,
a little skinny.
no.
Yeah,
Liv-
she's a little
first-
Something
yeah.
happened. She's lost a lot of
She
weight.
lost a lot of weight and her
Yeah.
hands grew.
Hollywood
Yeah.
happened.
She's starting
Hollywood
to look,
happened.
She's starting to look a little mannish.
Yeah.
Don't
no.
say-
Liv Tyler still looks wonderful.
I'm going to respectfully disagree.
You can respectfully disagree. You can unrespectfully disagree if that's a word.
I'm saving that.
You can.
for another time.
I know I'm right. I don't need you to tell me.
I haven't seen Liv Tyler in like 15 years. I don't know what she does.
Seriously.
You can't disagree with it because you don't know.
She's
You
a
gotta
babe,
look at-
though,
You got to look
for
at
sure.
them both. Yeah.
Swing.
She's a robo babe.
I'm cool with whoever comes back.
I know. She's always less of a babe than anybody she's with.
Who? Liv?
Yeah.
Nah.
Like from the
Better
music
looking than
videos with
Renee
Alicia
Zellweger.
Silverstone. Alicia Silverstone was hotter.
Oh, Lisa Silverstone.
Okay,
Come
yeah.
on.
And fucking.
She's the best.
In Empire Records.
If you
I
still
thought-
help
thought-
me.
No,
Zellweger?
not fucking Renee Zellweger.
You like Renee Zellweger?
No.
Renee Zellweger is
Robin
very
Tunney.
attractive in
I liked
that
Robin
movie.
Tunney back in the day.
Yeah, but she shaved
I
her
like
head in that
Robin
movie.
Tunney,
She
too.
did not look
So
better
what?
than Liv Tyler.
No, she did not look better than Liv. Nobody looked better than Liv Tyler in that movie. Not
I
Renee
like Robin Tunney,
Zellweger
too.
and not Robin
Liv Tyler
Tunney.
looked a hell of a lot
Breckenmeyer
better than
did.
She did.
I like Robin Tunney.
Breckenmeyer.
Breckenmeyer wasn't in fucking
No,
Empire
he
Records.
wasn't, no.
Brecken
Ethan Embry?
box office poison Meyer.
Ethan Embry?
And who was
Rory Corcoran?
Oh, he's a mess.
What's what
Who was
today?
the other one
Today?
recently we saw
He's a
and we were like,
fucking-
oh, that he was in fucking Empire Records.
Ethan Embry.
No, not him. No.
Okay.
It was someone we watched in another movie.
Anthony
LaPaglia.
LaPaglia?
Yeah. Was it Rex Manning?
No.
Rex Manning
No.
Day? Max Caulfield?
No, it was like some
We're running out of
nerdy
people.
looking kid.
You would have
Are you
sex with
thinking
him.
of Empire of the Ants?
That's Joan Collins, baby.
Empire Records
Oh,
Strikes
can we
Back.
do that movie? Can we do Empire of the Ants?
Sure, it's a great movie.
All right, Empire of the Ants and Alligator. There we go.
I love it because it like actually has the ants controlling the people.
Yeah.
It's,
you
it's Mark and
spoiled
It was
Dean's Day at the
Warren.
Zoo.
You spoiled it.
He was in the movie with
'Cause he was in Session
David
9.
Caruso.
Yes.
Session
Yes,
9, yeah.
Warren.
It was Warren.
Warren, right.
Warren G.
Yeah.
Harding.
Session 9, yes. Yeah.
Fuck you. Yeah, I hate Liv Tyler too.
Yeah.
With
What
all
did
the
she-
love in my balls.
What did she ever do to you?
Nothing.
Is that why you hate her? She
I'm
didn't do
indifferent to
anything?
her. She's no Linda Fiorentino.
She doesn't
No,
ooze.
Liv.
I'll
She
bet
doesn't
she's
Liv
easier to
Tyler
work
does not
with.
ooze.
She does not ooze.
Who? Liv Tyler?
Liv Tyler. She
Oh,
don't
I
ooze.
disagree.
No.
I think
She doesn't
she's
ooze. She's a
drips.
track. You know
Love
who
her.
oozes?
Drips, baby.
You know who
She
oozed?
drips.
She may
That's
not
fine, too.
now,
It's like a post-nasal.
but she doesn't really have those roles anymore. Jennifer Connelly oozed. Fucking
Yeah.
Jennifer
totally
Connelly
back in the day.
on that fucking rocking horse machine.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Career
yeah.
opportunities.
Okay, if we go career
on.
Opportunities.
I'll
What was the
agree
other
with
one?
you there.
Inventing the
I will
Abbots?
agree with-
Phenomena.
No, not inventing the
Yeah, Inventing the Abbots.
Inventing the
No, she
Abbots?
wasn't as great. Not,
She's fucking.
not as much as career opportunities. No, sir.
She doesn't have a shirt on. In
Doesn't
Inventing the
matter.
Abbots.
Doesn't matter. Sometimes the less you see, the more appeal it has.
The more you want to see.
Mystery.
Exactly.
Mystery.
Of
Yeah.
career
yeah, yeah.
opportunities
Career
outshines.
opportunities.
Well,
And she's got like a
plus
little
the motion.
unibrow too, which is fucking amazing.
That's fucking fine.
Plus
I
the
like-
mo- the
No, that's what I'm
motion.
saying. I
Yeah,
love
the
it.
The
motion.
Dennis Hopper movie she was in.
The what?
The Dennis Hopper movie was in The Hot.
Tell me about it.
I know the one you're talking about. Ah, shit. What's it called?
Well, while Tito's looking this up, let's go back to our previous episode.
Oh yeah, that's what.
You were there for the birth.
And I was there for the birth.
I was there for the birth.
Of what?
Very happy with
Who?
So, and another like quick memory, just a
Hot
quick
spot.
shout out to
Hot spot.
my cousin Tony.
Ooh.
Oh, my cousin Tony.
Yeah, you should see it.
Oh, this is the man who taught
Virginia
me how to draw
Madsen's in it
comics.
too. Come on. What is
Who?
this?
Virginia Madsen?
I haven't ever seen this movie.
What year? Oh, what year did that come out?
It's called The Hot Spot. 1990.
Ah, that's prime Jennifer.
Oh, that works.
The
That
hotter
works.
of the Madsens. I like Michael, but I think
Yeah.
Virginia's hotter. You know? That's just my opinion.
Well, especially now.
Yeah.
Michael oozes.
Wait a minute. Don Johnson's in this movie?
Michael's oozing now. I know that.
I was a
A lot of
Dennis
hair
Hopper
oil.
film. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Hopper directed it?
So not exactly three.
I think so.
Not exactly.
Yeah.
We made a lot.
Well, yeah, a lot of memories shared.
Thanks,
in
Dean.
general tonight.
It's a famous movie for Jennifer Connelly fans.
Wow.
Virginia Madsen.
I'm gonna buy it on Voodoo.
You know porn is free on the internet, right, Derek?
But Jennifer Connelly is
You
not.
have to buy the fucking movie. This is the mystery thing Mark was talking about, right? The less you see, the more you want to see.
I've always maintained that. Yes.
The tease.
I feel like Alicia Silverstone looked better in Clueless with clothes, and if she took them off, I just don't think it would be as good.
You wouldn't
Mystery
have
would
liked
be
it as much?
gone.
She looks
Feel
great.
like, oh, it's a naked body. Okay.
What is she's in something new now.
Reptile.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, not like that.
Which I was really excited to. I don't know. It made me
It's
want to see
not
the
good.
movie more. It's okay. I thought it was okay. I was really excited because I like excess baggage.
I like
Oh
it.
yeah, I remember.
And so I was like, oh, they're in a movie like
Again.
20 years later together. I like this.
Oh, because Benicio Toro's in this one. Okay,
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah,
right.
it's pronounced Benico, by the way. Benico del Toro. Thank you.
Beneco. Yeah. No, he's
I'm kidding, Derek.
He's
I'm
not
kidding.
right at all.
I'm kidding.
I know, I was
It's
gonna
Benicio.
say, I've
He's not even a
lot
little
of-
bit right.
It's not Benico.
Lot of
I like that you were
interviews.
locking eyes with me like, no, Spanish guy, you should know. You know. Not in a bad way, Derek. Not in a bad way. In a like, you should be looking at me like, no, he would know how to
Tito,
pronounce
back
it.
me up.
See, now I wish
Nothing to do with your
I made
vision.
that joke because then everybody else would be like, oh.
Yeah, right.
Benico.
Really?
We could have had him going.
Beneso.
We could have had him going.
It's pronounced Beneso.
Because even I was like,
Benico?
like you looked over at him. Like, you know, like, oh.
You're supposed to refer to me in
I
those
look at
instances.
you for like guidance.
I'm
not
gonna
just
give
about
it to you.
like Hispanic things. I'm talking about
No, I
like
know.
Mostly
like
Hispanic
is,
things.
like it was
though.
is Mark fucking with me? Do you know?
Of all the time, of all the times to look at me, that was the time. Is all I'm saying. It's then. He's Puerto Rican. I'm Puerto Rican. Yeah,
I'm not
I
Puerto
know.
Rican.
Benicio del Toro.
Oh, he is. Yeah.
Yeah, he
Benico.
is.
You thought Tito was saying you're Puerto Rican?
That's what he said. He said, "I'm Puerto Rican."
I
He's
heard.
Puerto, and he gestured to me.
He's Puerto Rican?
I'm Puerto Rican. He's Puerto Rican. I'm
Yeah.
not Puerto Rican.
Wouldn't you like to be Puerto Rican?
No.
We both are.
Hotspot is not on Voodoo, so I can't play it.
Oh no!
clear.
You're just gonna have to masturbate to regular porn tonight.
No, I'll just
See what
I'll,
shitty Kirsten Dunst movie is on now.
I'll just put on Labyrinth.
Oh God!
She's like
There's a
12 in
line,
that
Derek.
movie.
man.
There's a fucking
I
line.
was too when I was younger.
Yeah, but you're not.
But you're not
now.
now.
You're not 12 now.
She's the prettiest.
Oh,
No, I think she's the hottest. No, you would watch the Target movie.
Oh yeah, was it Target?
Career
Was that the
Opportunities.
store?
Career Opportunities.
It's Target,
It was
yeah.
Target, yeah.
I didn't even realize Target existed back then.
You know?
I didn't either.
It did.
And they had electronic riding horses thing.
Yep.
That was
In the store.
that is cool.
Yeah.
That's the first.
Target
Usually
used-
it's outside the
Target
store.
used to be fire, and now it's
It used to be fire.
That's when Frank Whaley
So did
could open
Fire.
a movie.
Remember when Target was
Frank
fire?
Whaley could open a movie.
Remember when Target was on fire?
They had mechanical horses inside for a quarter.
Do you know what I really wish? When you had pronounced Benicio del Toro's name wrong,
Yeah.
you had just said, "That's just bull." That
Del
would be-
Toro is of
Del
the
Toro.
bull. Of the
Okay.
bull.
I
all
got
right.
it.
Yeah,
Do you?
Benicio of the bull.
That's a,
Yeah. See what happened there, Dean? They both kind of looked at me like, I don't get it. What's Del Toro? Subconsciously, something was like, maybe the Spanish guy
I've
knows.
always wondered something. What's El Jefe mean?
The boss.
Boss.
Oh, okay.
You could ask
I
Brian
thought
that
it was
one.
the Jeff.
The Jeff.
ask a Spanish thing only Tito would know. This is why we brought him on the
Jeff.
show.
That's hilarious.
I'm kidding.
So we could get cred.
Wasn't that from Teen Titans Go? I don't know. It's the Jeff. Did they?
Yes,
Was it Starfire
yes,
had
it
the old
is,
man
yeah.
mask? Look out for the Jeff.
What's the bad guy's name in it? Oh, El Guapo. I'm thinking.
Yeah,
Oh, that's handsome.
Yeah.
But what-
I'm thinking of a.
What movie do they have El Jefe?
Oh, a lot.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of them that like
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, but which one was El Guapo? Who was calling himself
That's
El Guapo?
Three
What
Amigos.
movie?
Three Amigos.
It was Three Amigos. Okay.
I think his like goon though is called Jefe.
That wouldn't make sense, though.
Yeah, it's weird, right? The guy was like, "Yes, El Guapo, you have a plethora."
What's a plethora?
What's a plethora?
Did you know plethora means a lot of blood? Like it's used in terms of I looked it up
Right.
once and it was like
'Cause
it's like an amount of
Phlebotomy.
blood.
Yeah, that's
Phlebotomy.
phlebotomy. Yeah,
Wow.
there's blood.
Say phlebotomy one more time.
I'm afraid.
I need a frontal phlebotomy.
It's like a phlegmy lobotomy.
No, yeah, Tony Plana. His goon is called Jefe,
Huh.
and he's El Guapo.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Oh.
Raped
Are we wrapping it up?
Oh, wait a minute, wait.
the hedges.
That was corny. I'm Mark Macrina.
Oh wow, that's
I'm
it.
Derek.
We talked through the entire ending.
Oh, we're keeping this one anonymous.
Radio. I'm Mark.
I'm Brian.
I'm Derek.
Bunch of jerks. Have a good night.
Still has that
Thanks for
one.
listening,
Yeah.
everybody.
That hasn't changed. What is this
That's-
music?
I don't know. That's
It was
old
like
music.
this-
Galaga?
Yeah.
Is that Galaga?
Next week on
It was
the X Files.
It was free.
Centipede?
That's all
public,
free.
Yeah, public
Yeah.
domain music. It was just
Yeah.
Oh, is it like a
because
YouTube
it was very
video
like
with just a
like
picture of the
unsolved
ocean?
mysteries.
Yeah.
And I always
It
kind of
pretty
was like,
much.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube has this thing called the sound library, and they have all
Right.
sound effects, and they have like royalty-free music you can use for podcasts and stuff. So that's where I got a lot.
Right,
of
and the logo used to be like this like kind of cool blue like computer wallpaper looking
something.
thing.
Yeah.
It
I
sounds
just-
a little
with
bit like
just the name.
Halloween. It's
I
got
don't
like a little
remember this.
Halloween.
Why I
See,
picked it. Yeah.
See, I
Brian,
think
were
Unsolved
you
Mysteries.
were you doing
Oh.
stingers at this
No,
point?
I don't know. I doubt it.
What the fuck's
Like
a
I said,
stinger?
like we do it.
Well, at the
now.
end we have
I know
like.
what the fuck.
Oh, all right.
All right.
You Benico and me.
Tito's,
Okay.
Tito's fucking with you again.
Yeah, we have nothing. We
yeah,
just, we
no,
kept
because
this
like I said,
going.
I did very minimal editing.
You could tell. We like.
I know. I
God
added
bless your
music.
skills as
I added
an
music at the
editor.
beginning and the end.
Oh boy. Well, it was our first episode, and we trailed off and talked about our own shit for a while.
We've come a long way, baby.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. So if anybody listening along got any of that, you can see how far we've come along.
Well,
If you
people are
really
sup-
want to hear it, go back and listen to it. It's,
Yeah,
it's there with all of
obviously.
our.
or cue it up at the same time.
That's it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
Oh, there
hear
you
the
go.
comments.
Yeah.
See, Dean, you're very smart.
This is why we have him.
This is why we have you.
That's right. Well,
We
Brian
used, we used to
will
have a
put in
Tito,
beat.
but he got too big for his.
I know.
And now he's got his own mic. He's sitting there
his
interviewing
own
people.
station.
I know.
While
I
we're
get
interviewing
like,
people.
I get like all hypnotized
Okay,
by
here
the
we go,
fucking
here we
thing
go.
on the can.
See, this is why I write toast jokes for you. Look at you. You're like
I know. I start to space out, and then I break the thing on the can, and then I just fucking put it back together and put it, and then take it apart, and then I put it back together.
And no matter how many times he does it, they won't stay together.
It doesn't stay together. It's true.
He doesn't have Magneto powers.
So that was our show. That was our first show. We've come a long way.
That was our first episode, man.
First episode,
just 3
and
geeky
here we
dads.
are.
3
5
geeky
years.
dads. 3 geek dads.
We've
Geek
gone
dads.
from geek dads to geeky dads.
Yeah.
We now have a
I'm
following.
so glad you changed it to Geeky Dads.
I am too.
3 geek dads. It sounds like.
Yeah,
Three geek
it
dads.
ends abruptly, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't roll off the tongue
Makes
as
it
easy.
sound like you eat chickens.
That kind of geek, like in the
Yeah.
X-Files, right? The geek that eats. He's got the pica.
I mean, not that most of us don't eat chicken, but like eating.
We're actually 3 Greek dads, but there was a typo.
You had to go.
We had a lot.
hairy shoulders and onions.
We had a lot of number jokes in the intros tonight, and we forgot to mention like the numerous amounts of mics that we've got over the years.
Yeah.
I've
Many
been
mics.
staring at 3
I know.
for most of the show.
Because we did, I mean, when we started that episode, it was that one,
Yours.
right?
Yep.
The ball mic.
Yeah.
No, that's right. The blue mic.
You had your blue Yeti.
The blue Yeti.
And I'm like, this doesn't make sense for you to bring the mic every week because
Right.
you're the one that lives the farthest. Why don't I just buy a mic? It's here. And so I bought the
100 mics later.
and now I have 100
Well, he
mics.
has a problem.
Brian's got a
Yeah, I'm not poor. I'm just irresponsible.
I could hear us talking about the next episode, and that's when we watched Batman: Mask of the Phantasm.
Yes.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was episode
doesn't
2.
seem like it was
That was our
early.
That was
first-
episode 2.
That was our first commentary.
Our
Yeah.
first commentary one.
Wow.
And then we had a drink till it's good, and I think that was for the Fantastic Four
Yes.
or Superman 4.
Yeah.
One of those
it was
two.
Superman 4 because we didn't. Did we? No, we did watch Fantastic Four, right?
We did,
We
but I
did.
remember watching it at your house.
We
Right.
watched
But we didn't
Fantastic
record it
Four
at your house.
We
separately.
did a
Roger
show
Corman
about
one.
we did a
right.
show
That
about
was-
it. We
yeah,
recorded
we
it. but
watched it separately and we recorded it.
Okay, all
But the
right.
drink till
Superman
it's good
4,
was Superman
we
4.
went- right.
Okay.
Didn't you just do the Fantastic Four?
We did the newest
We did
Fantastic
Four Stick.
Four.
You didn't do the Corman one.
We did the Corman one.
No, that was the first.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
but I
the
don't
one
think.
movie
But
we
I
did
don't
in
think
the
we did either of the Fox
The Fox ones.
No, we didn't. We
No.
had
No,
because
because
we had no
Fan
series
4
of
Stick was the
4.
No,
fourth.
Yeah.
And I missed
version.
the 4 Stick, didn't I?
You might have.
Oh,
Maybe.
you
Was I
may
not-
have missed 4
right?
Stick.
Yes, you weren't there for one of them.
That was one of those ones that I missed that I was
Yes.
thankful that I
Yeah,
missed.
because there was like, which
Yeah.
one are you happy with?
That's right.
Not being
Right.
around
Yes,
for?
you're right.
'Cause you had to miss
all
one.
right, yeah,
You had
I'll
a
skip
previous
that one.
commitment
And
for
it was
something,
Fan 4 Stick.
True.
and we were playing with the schedule.
Love that movie.
All right, we let's wrap this up. Let's do a quick geek, something geeky.
Yeah, we got geek flag
What's the thing
Geek
now
flag
we have
flag.
now that we don't have anymore? We
Strike that. Reverse it.
didn't have before that we have now is what's making our geek flag fly.
That's right.
That's right.
Dean,
Uh,
do you have
I-
something making a geek flag
I
fly?
am loving season 2 of 30 Coins.
That's right.
And also loved the new Godzilla movie, Godzilla -1.
And 30 Coins is available on Max, right?
Max, yes. It's Spanish language, put out by HBO.
Hey, I'm
Europe.
Spanish.
Yeah, we know, Tito. We know. And you're not
Hey.
watching.
What does
it.
El
You
Guapo
need to watch
mean?
it.
You
It
should
is
watch it
amazing.
because right now
Yeah,
we're
check
more
it out.
Spanish than you
I
are.
know.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You'll like that
Fuck
show.
y'all.
Yeah. There's a girl on there that you will love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Liv
my
Tyler?
God, yeah.
No.
No.
it should be Liv Tyler.
Thank God.
Monica Bellucci.
Monica Bellucci.
Oh, now we're talking. It's just as good as Spanish.
What else you got?
That's fine.
Oh,
Those-
those I give 2.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna just go. I finally saw. I saw Sympathy of the Devil. Sympathy for the Devil. Excuse me. The one with Nick Cage and Joel Kinnaman.
Oh, how was that?
It's awesome. I really
I
enjoyed
haven't
it.
heard of this.
It is a great
The Stone
movie.
song? Is that song playing the movie?
You know, surprisingly, I don't think it does. Now that I
I
think
hate
about
when that
it.
It
happens.
plays in every other movie.
It should.
Yeah.
Maybe you know what? It probably is in there, but I really liked Joel Kinnaman's performance in it. Nick Cage is his usual Nick Cage self. There's a great twist at the end. It's not hokey. It's not. I really love how the movie ended. I highly recommend it. If you like Nick Cage movies, if you like psychos holding people hostage movies, you're gonna love this one.
All right.
Absolutely. And
Nice.
there's so much, but I don't remember it all, so I'm just going with the most recent thing, and that's going to be Sympathy for the Devil.
Cool.
Nice.
All right, Derek.
Quickly, Grand Theft Auto 6, the trailer, I actually
Oh, yeah,
leaked.
a friend
It
of
leaked a
mine
few hours before it was supposed to.
And then
actually
you
come.
leaked.
It looks
You like
great.
that?
Like Rawhead.
Everybody knows what a big fan of Red Dead Redemption 2 I am. The graphics in that game was such a step up from GTA 5 that, like, I think part of the reason why it's taking so long to make this one is because the graphics in this look incredible.
You get like a co-op. Is there a co-op in the new GTA?
I don't know if
there's like a lady character.
There's
in
not.
the co-op?
Yeah, there's so there's like the two main characters are like a Bonnie and Clyde kind of situation, I guess. But it looked. I'm not sure about any of the details because I think they've changed it a lot, and it really is taking forever. It's been 10 years since the release of Grand Theft Auto 5, and then it's unfortunately going to be another 2 years before this comes out because they showed this great trailer and then they put the date of.
And I thought the Bethesda people were bad with their sequel to Skyrim because that came out in 2011.
Yeah,
and we still don't have another one, and they put out a trailer for that like 5 years ago.
Yeah, so I mean it's a long wait, but the difference between the graphics is incredible. It looks like you're watching a movie. I saw one leaked thing of gameplay, and it was just the main character getting in and out of a car and like walking around, and it was like watching a movie. It was crystal clear and it was beautiful.
I wonder what killing a prostitute is going to be like with those graphics.
Nice.
Visceral.
Yeah.
And the other thing was that Friday night, me and my wife went. We stayed overnight in Boston. We went to what's called the Edgar Allan Poe Speakeasy.
Oh, dude, that looked awesome. I saw the pictures.
It was awesome. It was a wicked fun time. Drinks weren't as strong as I was hoping for, but 4 cocktails that go along with each of the 4 stories that they do. It wasn't like a fully acted thing.
Was it like kind of like a dinner theater?
No, so like we're all in, and I think it's different for each venue because I think they kind of tailor it to the venue that they have. But it was really cool, and each of the drinks were kind of like they, themed to each of them.
Tailored to the story,
right?
Yeah, that's cool.
So they're touring. Check them out, and I'm sure they'll come around again because they were a big hit.
Nice.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Cool.
Excellent.
So I'm going to go back a little bit because we hadn't done a show in a while. So Thanksgiving week, just before Thanksgiving, I went and saw the movie Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh,
and it was great. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic.
It's already got greenlit for a sequel.
I heard that, and I'm excited because I want to see more of this this world. Also, what I'm watching is Monarch: Legacy of Monsters on Apple Plus. It's great. It's got to do with the Godzilla verse.
Yeah.
But it's cool because it's got Kurt Russell and Wyatt Russell, and they're playing the same character but in 2 different time periods.
Oh yeah, one's young.
So
Kurt,
Wyatt Russell
old.
plays it's like Colonel Shaw plays Lieutenant Shaw back in the 50s, and Kurt Russell plays him now.
Nice.
Cool.
And so it is. It's really cool.
I like the way they transition his name in the credits. Like
Yes.
it's like Kurt Russell as the character.
Exactly, and then it doesn't
kind of shift.
Exactly, it's really well done. So yeah, check that out. I'm loving it so far. I think they're up to like 4 or 5 episodes. Silent Night. You guys mentioned Joel Kinnaman.
Yeah.
Oh, and John Woo.
And John
That's a
Woo.
fucking John Woo movie.
So
right?
I saw that last night.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
is it out already?
Yes, and I didn't realize it until my dad called me up on Monday saying, "Hey, you want to go see Silent Night?" I'm like, "Yes."
Cool.
So I went, and I was really disappointed.
Oh,
The gimmick is, see, I saw the trailer when I saw Thanksgiving a few weeks ago, and I thought, like, Kinnaman he gets shot in the throat in the middle of this gang violence thing, which takes out his son and sets him off on this path of revenge. But he gets shot in the throat, and I think that's why they call it Silent Night. It is. But what you don't realize until you see the movie is nobody speaks. There is no dialogue in this movie at all, except for like police radio stuff.
Oh, wow.
And it was kind of a cool gimmick at first, but then it's like, they're trying to convey like sorrow and stuff without speaking, and I'm like,
weird.
It's very strange.
It's not working.
And they didn't use music in place of dialogue, so like they could have used like really cool songs to convey like emotion and build things up, but they didn't.
So it was just
is there a score? Like no
there's
score?
a score and there's music, but it's not used very well. And the action is very underwhelming for a John Woo movie. I was just bored.
Now, did you see the Alien Invasion movie that had no dialogue?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Derek recommended it.
And
I
and
still
that
haven't
one
seen
really
that.
worked.
Was it You Will Not Survive or something?
That's the Hulu one, right?
Yes, it was the Hulu one, and I liked that one. But this one just it didn't work as well.
Not that good.
So anyway, I saw that, and bring back to Apple Plus and Brie Larson. My wife and I watched a show called Lessons in Chemistry that she's in, which is
I heard
really,
about it.
really
Is it
good. It's like an 8-part miniseries.
Yeah.
Where she's a chemist, and she gets knocked up by Bill Pullman's son. In the show, he's an actor too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. Like
that's an odd story.
I know.
choice.
I know. I worded that wrong. But she gets kicked out of the chemistry department for the college that she was working at. She ends up having a kid out of wedlock, and she is raising the kid and decides she realizes she has a love of cooking, which kind of works with her chemistry background. Yeah. She gets tapped to do this cooking show. And this all takes place in the 60s, so the civil rights movement is going on in the background and all this other stuff. Really great show.
Cool.
My wife and I really enjoyed that one.
Well, now that I like her, I'll check it out.
You should.
Oh, that dude is actually Bill Pullman's kid. Louis Pullman?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Louis Pullman.
Yeah, he looks just like him, too.
Yeah.
Hey, Louis Pullman.
Louis Pullman. So that's me.
Cool.
I saw something that was new to me yesterday that I absolutely fucking loved. On Netflix, Sea of Love with Al Pacino and Ellen Barkin.
Oh, really?
I'd
that
never,
movie's like 25, 30 years old.
Never seen it.
If I haven't seen it, it's new to me.
Never seen it. And it's hilariously weird. He's amazing. She's amazing. There's like a serial killer going around killing men who are putting out ads in the paper. And Al Pacino is a cop, and his partner for the time is John Goodman. John Goodman's in it.
Oh, no shit.
And they're trying to catch this killer, and he thinks it might be Ellen Barkin. It's very like Basic Instinct. And Sea of Love, the song, is always playing when the person gets murdered. I want to call him Michael Rooker, but it's not Michael Rooker. Is it?
Michael Madsen?
No, his last name's Rooker. His first name, Yondu.
Yeah, that's Michael Rooker.
It's Michael Rooker is his name? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
I was
were
right. Michael Rooker's in it. John Goodman's really good in it.
That must have been
Pacino's
right
awesome
after
in
Henry
it.
Portrait of a Serial
Yeah,
Killer.
he's got to
Like,
be young in
that's-
that one.
Oh, possibly.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. It's weird. It's like I said, a Basic Instinct type film, but it's kind of a romantic comedy at the same time. Like there's some really fucking funny parts of this movie, and then some really fucking weird parts.
Like Basic Instinct meets So I Married an Axe
It's
Murderer.
kind of a little bit edgier than edgier than So I Married an Axe Murderer, but lighter than Basic Instinct.
Pacino, move your
But it was
head.
good. I fucking love Pacino, so I've been trying to watch some Pacino movies I haven't seen, and this is the first one that I watched that I hadn't seen.
Cool.
When that first came out,
watch it
they
like Heat.
really pushed that as like the new, I want to say mainstream, because it's when they say erotic thriller.
Yeah.
like
Erotic
heavy-
thriller. Yeah.
Right.
You know, a very
That,
mainstream erotic
Malice.
thriller. Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It was fun
Single
though,
white
and
female.
fucking Ellen Barkin, man.
Yeah.
She oozes.
She uses too.
Oozes, yeah. But attainable at the same time.
She's an obtainable ooze.
Like if I showed up with Ellen Barkin, you'd be like, "Oh, cool, Ellen Barkin's here with Tito."
Pretty penny.
It wouldn't be that crazy.
you wouldn't be shocked.
You wouldn't be that. No, you'd be like, "Oh, Ellen Barkin's here with Tito."
All right.
Cool.
Mary would be.
Oh, Samantha
Mary
Mathis is
would
here
be.
too.
Yeah, Mary would be
She'd
shocked.
be a little bit shocked, but she'd be like, "Good for you, honey."
Yeah.
Samantha
If you can make that
Mathis.
happen.
You got
Yeah, we
some-
almost
You can make
amazed
that
right over
happen.
that.
That's your
How'd
path.
you end up with Ellen Barkin? Well done. Well done. That's it. I fucking haven't watched anything but football.
Well, you've been
All I've been watching is
fantasizing
football and
about-
fancy football. And
That's it. How's that
fucking
going?
Pretty good. Last
Better
week,
than real football.
last week of the regular season, yeah, Patriots stink.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
And next week's playoffs, and I'm going to the playoffs.
Playoffs.
Playoffs?
Remember
kidding me?
Remember when we used to be in the playoffs?
I
Remember
do.
when the Pats used
I
to-
do. But now I'm like the Joker. I'm thriving on all this chaos. Everybody's so mad. I listen to Felger and Maz on
It's
the way
terrible.
home. The callers are calling in and all mad and it's great
Yeah.
because these are the jocks that made fun of me for being passionate about stuff. And now
Oh,
they're
yeah,
all
they
acting
rant
like
and-
fucking
oh,
babies, and
it's
I
the
love
worst.
it. So I hope this keeps going. I'm just gonna piss a million people
Sure
off.
will. But see Sea of Love if you've never seen it.
Awesome.
It sounds like Dean has seen it,
I have.
and he loved it. It's all right.
Dean's like, I've
Love
seen
is
it.
a strong.
Love is a
It was a movie.
Yeah, I mean, it's no Rawhead Rex. But it'll do.
So there was no peeing in this one?
There might have been some peeing.
Would have been cooler if there was.
To be honest, I don't remember how I felt. I mean, I saw it when it first came out, and I really don't. I got it out of the library, the Walpole Public
Oh, wow.
Library.
Check it out.
Check it out.
All right.
That's all I got.
Excellent geek flags, everyone, except for Silent Night, apparently.
Yeah, no, I wasn't a fan of Silent Night.
Yeah, I'm gonna
skip that one when it comes
skip.
out.
I'm gonna have to say too. It's a Wonderful Knife. Huge letdown for me.
See, I enjoyed it.
No good.
It was only.
I didn't mind it.
It was only okay.
Yeah.
It could have been 1,000 times.
It wasn't great, but it was good.
It wasn't great. No, it was.
The Grinch one.
It was definitely.
See, that's on my list to see next.
Yeah, I want to see that.
The mean one.
It's all right.
I'm gonna love it. I'll love it.
Read my review on Letterboxd.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's a letterbox?
No, Letterboxd.com.
Letterbox is the wild thing that VHS cassettes came in for a while, and you could see extra droids.
It's a website you can track like what movies you want. Okay.
Yeah, no, I thought it's a Wonderful Knife.
Pulling my leg.
Wasted the cast. It was boring at times, and it could. You know what it was? Totally Killer was so good, and for some reason, this reminded me of it, even though it's kind of different. Totally Killer just did it so well. I feel like there's no excuse for It's a Wonderful Knife
It's
to be
that
as
style
bland,
of film.
Yeah,
as
it's like
bland as
Well,
it
it's
could
got a
have
good
been.
cast too. Like
Good cast,
And
but
I don't
Tyler?
think that they also live up to Happy Death Day.
No, the Happy
which is
Death
when you've got a
Days
Happy Death
are
Day.
awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, the premise is good. The kills are awesome, but they take too long to get to. There's and I didn't like the way it ended. I thought it was weird, and it was predictable too.
Well, yeah, because it's based on It's a Wonderful Life, which
But
I wish I'd never been born.
It was, but not
kind of
that
thing.
part. But in
interesting.
terms of the changes that were made,
Oh yeah.
I've never
the
seen
mass killer
that
and
movie.
everything. It's
No?
a Wonderful Life.
No.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
great
Tito,
film.
we'll watch it next week.
Yeah,
it's literally on like forever.
Yeah.
during
I've never seen it.
Christmas.
because it's black and white, right? And you're
Probably.
like, I don't like black and white
Not
movies.
There's a color.
usually.
There's
They have a
color
colorized
They have a
version,
color
too.
usually.
Oh, you
Ted
watch
Turner
that.
colorized it back in the
I-
80s.
I
blasphemous.
I am going to now disagree with Derek now because, sorry, I stood up for you earlier, but It's a Wonderful Life is not on constantly anymore because once it
you're
got
right. You're
once
right.
it got bought up,
Yeah.
they stopped.
Yeah.
They only
They
show,
used to
like,
be in the
one-
public
It feels-
domain, and
yeah.
now it's not
Same
anymore.
thing with the Peanuts, the Charlie Brown holiday specials.
Yeah.
That you can't get them anymore on you can't
Stream them.
stream them because they're only on Apple.
Oh,
Apple bought the
interesting.
rights, and so they're not on TV. They don't
Ah.
put them on TV. It sucks.
Old Marky Meat Legs over here has a DVD player. He can watch that fucking thing whenever he wants.
Look at you.
I have
Don't need your
Oh.
streaming service.
I bought
Own
them
your
for, I bought them for
media.
Quinn back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut the cord on your DVD player
mock
next time
my
I try out.
Why would you do that?
To
Why would
fucking
you do
spite
that?
you.
Why?
And you know
Tito
what, Mark?
doesn't like
I-
peanuts.
You know what, Mark? I don't think they sell DVD players.
Because fuck DVDs.
No, they do.
And the players they wrote it
Man,
on.
I got like 10 of them. I got like 10 of them, Tito. You won't be able to find
Just
all
a
of them.
stockpile.
Yeah.
Fucking stockpile in your
Talk about
basement.
Christmas
I
stuff.
can't believe I didn't mention this.
I'm prepared for the Armageddon. That is stream takeover.
I was going to say, I can't believe I forgot to mention this. One of the big things that I'm loving right now is that Doctor Who. The Return of David
Oh,
Tennant
yeah.
is on
Yeah.
Disney
Oh, I
Plus.
still haven't seen that. Good?
Check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
it's
good.
really
Yeah.
good. Really, really good.
I heard it was awful.
Who said it was
Who?
awful?
Liv Tyler?
Yeah, she
Liv
called you
Tyler.
out.
She called me up, said, Mark, say this Doctor Who was terrible to piss Brian off, and
I'm
I'll
loving
sleep
it.
with you. So
I'm loving it.
Yeah.
This past episode, The Wild Blue Yonder, was bizarre and strange and funny, and I love
Wait
it.
a minute, I'm confused. It's not
Are they on the
just a
second
film?
one now? Did
Yeah,
we
the second
get- Oh, I gotta watch.
Yeah, they're putting out. There's 3 of them, and they're doing one a week. So the first one came out at Thanksgiving. Then there was this one this past Saturday.
Oh, it's in 3 parts.
It's in 3 parts.
How long is each?
An hour.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, I
You'll
thought I
love
had
it.
to wait longer.
No,
I'll
no.
watch it tomorrow.
And then there's going to be the Christmas episode on Christmas Day.
See, that's what I
Right.
knew they do the holiday. So I'm
Exactly.
like, oh,
And
it's
that's when
probably
the
like
new guy
Christmas and New Year's.
That's when the new guy Shooty Gatwa becomes the Doctor.
Oh, in that episode.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I've
Yeah.
seen some clips of him.
Yeah, he looks good. He's in that show Sex Education.
First
that's
black
on Netflix.
doctor.
First openly gay
The
black
first
doctor
openly
too.
Dude, he's
Black
checking
Doctor.
2 boxes?
Yep.
I love it already. Cha-ching!
it's the new world. It's about time, though, right?
It's about time. He's
Right.
The doctor's been
Doctor's
a creepy
been
old
a
white dude
straight
for.
white guy. Yeah, like
Yeah.
he's
I
not
thought
even
the
human,
60s.
yeah.
I just thought he
I
wasn't
thought he
into
was,
anything.
But I thought he wasn't even human. I honestly thought he was like this.
He's not human.
Like technically,
He's
his
Gallifreyan.
species was like an
Yeah.
asexual thing. I didn't know.
Yeah.
he was
Yeah,
into
he
men
is,
or
but
women.
he's
Yeah.
still a creaky old white dude.
Well, he's played by creaky old white
Right.
dudes, but I mean the
Oh,
character
but the actor himself is
or the character
gay.
itself
Yeah.
wouldn't care whether
No.
he was straight or
No.
gay because
No.
he had no interest.
Exactly.
In that.
Yeah.
That's why they
what I
created like
thought.
Jack Harkness.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because he was fucking everything.
When it comes
Captain
to
Jack was having
Doctor
sex
Who,
with everybody.
I prefer, as opposed to the younger Doctors, because I am not a Matt Smith fan at all. I like the Doctor being a cranky old man.
Dude, I
Like,
loved
that
Peter
is-
Capaldi. I thought Peter Capaldi was fantastic.
Peter Capaldi was great and had terrible scripts.
He did. Third season was great, and then he was done.
Right,
I was like, when he had Bill as a companion and Nardole.
And what's his name? Who they brought in the very beginning of the rebooted Doctor?
Christopher Eccleston.
Christopher Eccleston.
Oh, I like that
He
guy.
wasn't
Yeah.
older, but he had the crankiness.
Yeah,
That's
he
what I
was
like.
good.
'Cause
He had attitude.
Yeah.
He was kind of a prick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's an asshole.
Yeah.
That's kind of what, and that's kind of what Tom Baker did.
Yeah.
Because Tom Baker, everybody loved him.
Yeah, but he was an
kind of
arrogant
But he was grumpy.
jerk.
Yeah, he was.
So we need Gary Busey as Doctor Who.
Holy smokes.
How awesome would that be?
He always talks like
I'm losing
that.
my mind. I can't get out of my phone booth.
Gary Busey and his companion could be Yoko Ono.
Oh.
So,
You do your thing.
That,
He always thinks like that.
Oi, oi, oi. Piss on the Yankees, piss on the Indians.
This is like a 6-hour episode. How long is this
This is a
episode?
very long
2 hours and
episode.
13
Let's
so
wrap
far.
this
Holy
shit up.
smokes.
So thank you for joining us, folks, for this special Three Geeky Dads. Dean, thank you for being here
Yes,
with
thank
us
you
and
for having me
reliving
again.
the memories.
Trying to walk right
I
outta
hope
here.
you
I know,
come
right?
back.
He's already
He's
out.
ready to
Fuck out
go.
of here. It's Wednesday.
You know, guys, this trip down memory
still Wednesday.
lane is done for us right now, but it does not have to be done for you. You can go back and listen to our second, third, fourth, any episode you want, and you don't need a time machine. You don't need a way back machine. You don't need a forward machine. You don't need a sex machine. All you need is Brian to tell you where to go. Brian, where do
Speaking
they
of
go?
Sex machines. Thank you, Mark. They can go to www.3gdpodcast.com. That's www.
The number 3.
GDPodcast.com. As Mark said, you'll be able to find all of our past episodes, and please check them all out. We had a lot of fun making them, as you just heard. And there are many more just like the first one, all the way up to this one. 228 or 29, almost 230 episodes altogether. And anyway, the website, you'll also be able to find our social media presences. We are on Facebook, Twitter, now X, Instagram, and our audio can be found weekly on YouTube. Our email links are there if you'd like to send us a line, suggestions, comments, anything. We'd love to hear from you. You listen to us. We want to hear from you. If you want to rate and review the show, most importantly, please, if not at the website, wherever you can rate and review podcasts, leave a 5-star review and a kind remark. It doesn't help to feed Mark's ego. It just helps to push our little show a little further forward from the pack, and it makes other people makes it easier for other people to find us as they're searching for great content. And we have a Ko-fi page.
We do.
If you would like to make a small donation to help keep the show growing, it would be greatly appreciated. Please and thank you. We'd love to do this for another 5 years, and we can't do it without you. All your support and care and generosity. Yeah, thank you. So over the past 5 years, and let's keep this going. Again, please and thank you, and as always, thank you out there for listening.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Dean, for joining us for Three Geeky Dads. I am Mark.
I'm Derek.
I'm Brian.
I'm Tito.
And I'm Dean.
Saying keep watching the skies, because there it is. It's up there. Thank you. It's been a long night. Goodbye. Good luck. Good riddance. Happy 5 years. Here's
Yeah.
the 5
Happy
more.
anniversary.
Happy 5 years.
Happy 5 years.
Holy shit, where's the Tylenol?
You guys really let yourselves go.
Yeah, we did.
You know, it's funny. Next year will mark the second year Tito has joined
Right.
us. It would be fitting if we got rid of him next
That's
year.
right.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine?
Like a doctor.
Like Doctor Who?
Like Doctor Who.
I'm the new
Shit.
Tito.
That's
Oh
right.
my God.
Oh my
How
God.
can we-
The fourth dad
Listen,
just.
Tito regenerated into this piece of toast.
I would hate it, but it's a kind of a cool idea.
We would miss
It's kind of a
you,
cool idea, but I would hate
Tito,
it.
we would miss you for about 5 minutes. And
That's eat shit.
all right, fuck you.
Oi, 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 oi.
All right, shut up.
couple of hip hop variants aside for me.
Okay. Ow.
If I don't go this weekend, then
Let me
I might
know.
hit you up.
Let's see.
Don't hit me,
How many
just-
podcasters does it take to change a light bulb?
Oh.
Wow.
One, but to fully understand why, we have to first travel back in time to the year 1880.
I like that.
Let's
That's
see.
deep.
Yeah, blew
I
my
once ran a
mind.
podcast about blood-sucking arthropods, but then one day I got a takedown notice.
If you're gonna read it like that,
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
not
that won't.
clearly not good. What do you call a monk with a podcast?
What?
An air fryer.
Oh, I like that one.
Ooh.
I like that one. An air fryer. How about nothing? Because they don't
A
talk.
man wakes up in a hospital. An attractive nurse says, "You were in a bad accident. You can't feel anything from the waist down." Oh, that was from a podcast. Never mind. No, Casey.
What?
Oh, Casey Anthony's removing her podcast from Spotify.
Casey Anthony, she killed her kids.
If she
man.
wanted to kill Spotify, she shouldn't have done it. You know, she should have done it when it was still in its infancy. That's
Oh,
terrible.
God! Even I can't say
Terrible.
that one.
She killed my kids.
My friends have started a
Tito's triggered.
She killed my kids.
My friends have started a podcast where they argue about their cheese opinions. It's called K-So.
Okay, so
I kind of like that.
Want to go with that one?
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
All right.
Yep. It's cheesy like us.
I can kind of change it around. I can say, hey guys, you want to start a
Unlike
podcast?
us.
All right. All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's
All
do
right.
it. Okay. Yeah. Because the whole time you suspect him of being a serial killer. It turns out he is.
this motherfucker done lost his mind.
It just sounded like Craig Robinson the whole time.
Little doggy don't like that.
Actually, yeah, if you could really do that, that'd be awesome.
This is a sacred place.
Right.
This is a happy
I don't
place.
care whether I can order food during it or not.
Yeah.
This is still a sacred place.
I want to watch the movie.
And that's the only drawback to the cinema pub is that the lights don't go down.
Completely.
Completely.
And you got to get that because they got waitresses walking
right.
around.
And there's probably like laws that they have to.
Right.
Because of the eating.
I don't know. At Lux level, they still turn the lights down all the way, and you can get a waitress to come and get you a drink, and she
Yeah.
just has to watch where she's going.
But they have like the stairs have little lights, so at least they can see kind of.
Stop defending them. Stop defending them.
I was raised by waitresses.
I don't care. I worked with them.
I have.
We out in the wild.
Yeah, I know.
Got left in a restaurant.
Wolf waitresses.
Your mother could have waitressed through the dark for sure. She was one of the best.
Your mom goes to college.
Your mom goes to college.
Even a blind Mark finds a rawhead every once in a while.